Centricom Channel 10 Sports and Mid-Utah Radio, the sports leader in South Central Utah, now present another exciting high school football game broadcast. This sports broadcast is brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. And now, let's go live to the football field for simulcast coverage of high school football on Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10.
With the first round of the playoffs in the books, we move into the quarterfinals as the Beavers look to make their way to the state final game for the fourth consecutive year in a row, and the Rabbits are looking to get back there for the second time in the last 3 years. Good afternoon. Alongside Scott Langford, I'm Ken Nielsen. We are thrilled to have you here in Delta, Utah with us on a beautiful fall afternoon for this quarterfinal matchup. And as we bring you into the broadcast here, Scott, this is one of those quarterfinal games that I think might be as intriguing and as good a game as you might see in the quarterfinals this year.
No, this is a great matchup. These two teams have met in the last 2 years, and it's been a wild affair, but these two teams, I think, evenly matched today. This is going to be a very competitive quarterfinal matchup between the Rabbits and the Beavers.
Well, we're glad to have you inside of the Snow College pregame show. Snow College was selected a top 10 college by the Aspen Institute 3 straight times. Turn on your education at snow.edu. Well, the conditions are just absolutely perfect here today. The weather is fabulous. This field, Scott, might be in as good a shape as we've seen it in several years. It's a quick field. There just aren't a lot of dead spots out there. I don't think you're going to see any slipping and falling. This should just really be a fun game to watch. And where it's a 4 o'clock start, you're not dealing with the cold weather. I mean, it's a little bit crisp out there, but this is really good football weather.
Not only is it just good football weather, I'm not sure that this isn't perfect football weather.
Yeah.
If you could pick a temperature, pick a climate, for football, this is perfect. It's in the 60s, and it's wonderful.
We've got a lot of sponsors that are here with us this afternoon that have been with both of our squads all year long, and we certainly want to recognize Sahara Motors along with Smithfield Foods, Utah Independent Bank, Intermountain Power Service Corporation, Centricom, obviously, Channel 10, Zions Bank, Service Drug, National Vinyl Products, Central Valley Medical Center, Snow College, obviously, who's sponsoring this pregame show. As we look at these two teams coming in, Beaver comes in 7-3 overall. They were 3-2 in the region, run into a couple little hiccups along the way. But it looks to me like, Scott, they've really got things back on track as they took care of North Summit last week, 55-14. This is a good football team. It's
a great football team. The 2A South was just the parity was amazing as far as that goes. The Beavers had the San Juan Broncos with 1:51 left, up 2 touchdowns, lost that game. With 0.2 seconds left was the final score, where the Broncos defeated the Beavers by 1 point. The other loss was just a 7-turnover game against Grand, but you saw that in the 2A South, just beating up on each other all season long. Grand, the only team. They lost the 1 game to Enterprise, but that was the only team with the 1 loss.
Wow.
But Beaver has, in these last couple of games, really kind of got back on track after that problem at Grand.
Absolutely. Delta comes into this game. They are 4-5 overall, but they're 4-1 in the region play. The big win coming over the Millard Eagles, that's what really propelled them into this second seed, coming in and getting this home game. They're a different team, I think, than we saw even 4 or 5 weeks ago. Kids have settled down. They're really young. They've kind of grown into those positions. Yeah. And so, the first time they played, Beaver put a pretty good licking on them here. Yeah. I'm not sure if you'll see that same type of score. I think it'll be a little more competitive today.
Well, we see that on all levels. Towards the end of the season, teams really close the gap in experience and skill. And I would anticipate this to be certainly not a repeat of the last one. If it is, it would be because of a major unplanned turnover fest.
Yeah, exactly. Well, once again, you're listening to the Snow College pregame show. Snow College has a 73% successful transfer or graduation rate with an average class size of 20. Visit snow.edu. So again, you're here at Delta, Utah. We need to take a moment, a little bit of a break here, recognize some of our sponsors. So let's send it back to our studios, and then we'll be back with more of the pregame show after this 3-minute break.
You've seen Zions Bank's name at sporting events, performances, and fundraisers. We're just about everywhere. Your children and grandchildren see Zions' dedicated employees in their classroom, teaching them how to save. We do all this because we have skin in the game. We support South Central Utah because we live and work here too. So we're as committed to this community's future as you are. When it comes to choosing to bank at Zions, rest assured you're selecting a company dedicated to bringing value to South Central Utah's businesses, individuals, and families.
ZionsBank.com, member FDIC. Campus life at Snow College is awesome. On our small, friendly, residential campus, you can participate in fun student life events, join student clubs, and cheer on our nationally ranked athletic teams. And if you want adventure, you can find about every outdoor activity imaginable just minutes from campus. Come check out Snow College and see why it's one of the best two-year schools in the nation at snow.edu.
It's time to supercharge your internet with the fastest speeds in the area from Centracom. Get ready for high-gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by Centra Wi-Fi, our whole home mesh Wi-Fi system. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Call or click Centracom.com to supercharge your internet today.
I'm Dr. Chris Karish, orthopedic surgeon with a subspecialty in sports medicine. Central Valley Medical Center has state-of-the-art operating rooms and the latest orthopedic equipment to provide me with the tools to perform safe and minimally invasive procedures. I've had the opportunity to treat athletes from my own sons to the NFL. I provide a wide variety of treatments to get you back on your feet and enjoying your life. Come see us here at Central Valley Medical Center where we can treat you as a friend and not a medical record number.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools. National Vinyl Products of Nephi has been a part of Juab County since 2004. The management and staff take pride in supporting the students of Juab High School in the game and in the classroom. The company manufactures high-quality vinyl fencing for a host of uses around the state. If you're 18 years of age and would like to join the workforce at National Vinyl Products in Nephi, please send an email to jobs@nvpfence.com. That's jobs@nvpfence.com. The entire staff and crew at National Vinyl Products wish the Wasps the best of luck this season.
No matter how you connect, Centracom delivers fast, reliable internet and powerful whole home mesh Wi-Fi throughout your home for intense gaming, easy sharing, and buffer-free streaming on every device all at once. With experts ready to help. Connect to faster internet. Connect with Centra Wi-Fi. Connect to now. Call or click Centracom.com to upgrade your internet today.
Sahara Motors has vehicle deals too good to pass up. Ask for Cody Winnie and he'll show you that all new cars are priced to sell at invoice or below. Did I mention the awesome used car selection as well? Oh yeah, I just did. Get your vehicle running the way it should with Sahara Motors' team of Ford and Chrysler certified vehicle technicians. Newsflash, service techs from all over the state call the Sahara crew for help. So cut out the middleman and bring it to the source. Sales or service, Sahara Motors in Delta leads the way.
I'm Reed Skinner. I'm an OBGYN, recently transferred here to Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. I'm excited to bring to Nephi the experience and the training that I've had in helping to take care of women through all stages of life, from low risk to high risk pregnancies or infertility, family planning, all the way to postmenopause and the management of that time frame. I also specialize in minimally invasive surgery. I'm excited to be here in Nephi and partnering with Central Valley Medical Center, providing the best possible care we can for women through all stages of life.
And once again, welcome back inside of the Snow College pregame show, as we appreciate Snow College. They've been with us all year long. Snow College is ranked 14th in student satisfaction with RateMyProfessors.com. So turn on your education at snow.edu. Alongside Scott Langford, I'm Ken Nielsen. Again, we're thrilled to have you with us here on Mid-Utah Radio, also Centracom.com, as we're heading out all over the nation with this one. A lot of people watching in. I know even one of our seniors, whose dad is Superintendent Dave Steiner, is in Peru with the older son who served a mission down there. They're down there, and they'll be watching in from Peru. So
well, hello to Peru, and we've got the Nielsens who watch every week from Virginia, and then 2 weeks ago, we had parents of Kai Brown, one of the Beavers players, watching from Japan.
Oh my goodness!
So I mean, the reach of the Mid-Utah Radio and Local 10.TV network is all over. Is global.
And of course, as you look down here upon the field, it's bathed in sunlight. Obviously, with an early start, 4 o'clock start here And our American Legion Post 135 will present our colors along with the cheerleaders. And this is, and the Tridels, this is a great presentation as a lot of these veterans, they're here every week to present these colors. And they do such a good job. We appreciate the veterans of the foreign wars and those that serve currently throughout the world for our country, keeping us safe. We appreciate that. So with that being said, we'll take another quick break as we honor this great country, and then we'll come back with Scott and some keys to the game.
Service Drug in Delta is excited to announce they now offer flu and strep testing on the spot with no appointment needed. All you have to do is stop by Service Drug in Delta, and 15 minutes later you'll have your test results. And if it comes back positive, you'll walk out with your filled prescription and your personal doctor will be notified of the results. So take advantage of the convenience of getting flu and strep tested on site without an appointment for just $35 at Service Drug in Delta. And remember, it's service first at Service Drug.
Smithfield Hog Production Division offers excellent career opportunities right here in our area. For a career with growth potential, come join our team. Great jobs in all phases of animal production, starting at $12 an hour and certifications to $13 an hour in the first year. Smithfield provides a full benefit package including medical, dental, vision, 401k, life insurance, paid time off, and more. Click on smithfieldfoods.com/careers or call 435-387-6000. That's 435-387-6000. Smithfield, good food responsibly.
Looking for an affordable education? Come check out Snow College. Snow has the lowest cost tuition and housing in Utah. In fact, you can live in student housing for less than staying in your parents' basement and attending a university. At Snow College, it's all about you, where you get an individualized education and one-on-one time with your professors in very small classes, even as freshmen taking general eds. Come check out Snow College and see why it's one of the best two-year schools in the nation at snow.edu.
My name is Richard Anderson. I'm one of the general surgeons working at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi, Utah. My trajectory was not into surgery at first. I decided to become a research scientist, but I had no opportunity to work with people. Since moving to this area, I have made lasting friends, lifelong friends, and I have enjoyed providing the same sort of quality surgical care that they can obtain in Salt Lake or Provo, but with more prompt and certainly more personal service.
We offer quick service on your loan request. We make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for an answer from some out-of-town loan committee. It's one of the advantages of banking with hometown people. You're independent, so are we. Utah Independent Bank, member FDIC. Hometown people, hometown spirit.
You've seen Zions Bank's name at sporting events, performances, and fundraisers. We're just about everywhere. Your children and grandchildren see Zions dedicated employees in their classroom, teaching them how to save. We do all this because we have skin in the game. We support South Central Utah because we live and work here too. So we're as committed to this community's future as you are. When it comes to choosing to bank at Zions, rest assured you're selecting a company dedicated to bringing value to South Central Utah's businesses, individuals, and families.
ZionsBank.com, member FDIC.
Campus life at Snow College is awesome. On our small, friendly, residential campus, you can participate in fun student life events, join student clubs, and cheer on our nationally ranked athletic teams. And if you want adventure, you can find about every outdoor activity imaginable just minutes from campus. Come check out Snow College and see why it's one of the best two-year schools in the nation at snow.edu.
It's time to supercharge your internet with the fastest speeds in the area from Centracom. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by Centra Wi-Fi, our whole home mesh Wi-Fi system. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Call or click Centracom.com to supercharge your internet today.
I'm Dr. Chris Karish, orthopedic surgeon with the subspecialty in sports medicine. Central Valley Medical Center has state-of-the-art operating rooms and the latest orthopedic equipment to provide me with the tools to perform safe and minimally invasive procedures. I've had the opportunity to treat athletes from my own sons to the NFL. I provide a wide variety of treatments to get you back on your feet and enjoying your life. Come see us here at Central Valley Medical Center where we can treat you as a friend and not a medical record number.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools. National Vinyl Products of Nephi has been a part of Juab County since 2004. The management and staff take pride in supporting the students of Juab High School in the game and in the classroom. The company manufactures high-quality vinyl fencing for a host of uses around the state. If you're 18 years of age and would like to join the workforce at National Vinyl Products in Nephi, please send an email to jobs@nvpfence.com. That's jobs@nvpfence.com. The entire staff and crew at National Vinyl Products wish the Wasps the best of luck this season.
Reflect your personality onto your belongings. With Utah Hydrographics, we take any of your items and give it a custom dip job with the pattern of your choice. Sick of water ruining your groceries? Problem solved. Avoid the mess and keep it fresh with Cooler Tray. From guides and outfitters to the average Joe, let PhoneScope help capture those memories that last a lifetime. Scoped Industries, proudly made in Utah.
All Around Tire and Service in Beaver is your one-stop shop for tire and vehicle maintenance. Dallin Bradshaw and his crew not only work on full-size trucks and cars, but also work on ATVs, farm equipment, and trailers. All Around Tire and Service offers tire repair, oil changes, shocks, struts, trailer suspension, an on-site service truck, and more. They will fit any of your vehicles with new tires, and they offer free repair and rotation for the life of the tires. Visit All Around Tire and Service today.
Your local auto parts store is under new management. Beaver CarQuest, Bose Auto, is proud to be serving Beaver County residents with all their auto parts needs. Bose Auto can provide parts for small projects like lawnmowers, big projects like farm equipment, and everything in between. Delivery is also available. The friendly staff is always happy to come in after hours to assist with any emergencies that you may have. Bo and the staff vow to listen and always put their customers first and truly appreciate the support from the community. That's Bose Auto Parts at 85 North Main in Beaver. Call 438-2347. Your local auto parts store is under new management. Beaver CarQuest, Bose Auto, is proud to...
There we go, and welcome back to Delta High School on this Friday afternoon. It's the quarterfinals as the Beavers have made their way up to take on the Delta Rabbits. Winner moves on, obviously, to the semifinals as both of these clubs looking to get back to that state championship game. It's basically Beaver's been there the last, 4 years in a row?
Three years in a row.
Looking to make it 4.
Yeah, this would be number 4. Before we move on to that, Ken, I just wanted to mention the pregame national anthem. I love the unashamed way that Delta High School, honors the country.
Yeah.
And I thought the presentation was good. The national anthem was awesome. And I just want to compliment Delta High School on a very patriotic, awesome display of patriotism.
And they do. You're right. They're very honored, those veterans, to come and do that for us every week. And you notice that along with the American flag, they have the various flags of the different military departments, along with the POW or the prisoners of war flags out there as well. And so, I appreciate it. And our announcer, Rob Jeffrey, does a good job with that.
Really great. So, anyway, I just wanted to compliment that. And if anybody hasn't seen that, I wish we could have shown it. Our camera was working. And we've got it running now, but it was just a great job. But the Beavers would like to get back to that level, having played in the last 3, won 2 of those against South Summit, and trying to work back in the bottom half of this bracket.
In order to do that, here, Scott, let's take a quick look at the Beaver Valley Hospital keys of the game, providing high-quality health care at a community hospital price, plus maternity, home health, hospice, and more. Beaver Valley Hospital, keys of the game.
Well, the keys of the game are going to be, it's all about rushing. It's going to be a key for both teams, but it's about who can run the ball. The team that runs the ball most effectively, barring some odd circumstance, will win this game. It will open up the passing game for either team. If you have a team that can't rush, it could be trouble. And so for me, it'll be rushing yards. And then the other would be a fast start. A fast start for both teams. Both of these teams are young, so a fast start could mean the difference of momentum that could spell the change in this game.
Because neither team wants to play catch-up, that's for sure. Their style of offense is they want to control the ball and stay out in front, obviously. Well, the winner of this game is going to get the winner of South Sevier and Grand. They're playing also today. Up in the upper side of the bracket, you've got Enterprise at South Summit, and you have Millard down at San Juan. So
that will be a great game, too.
That's the other one that I thought, along with this one, that might have the most intrigue of the 4 here today.
No, for sure. And that one will be a very evenly contested match. Both of those teams real good. And one of the keys to the game that we didn't talk about is the playing in the 2A South. It has been brutal. You know, the number 6 team ended up being North Sevier, which was quite a good team. And you wonder what you could see it both ways. Either these teams in the South beat up on each other, really not much between them as far as games go, and the North, where you really had 2-3 clear teams and then 3 not.
Absolutely. Well, the opening kickoff sponsored on one side by South Creek Shell, and we appreciate them being with us here as always, offering everything from Burger King to gas and snacks and over 1,200 tires in stock. South Creek Shell at the South I-15 interchange in Beaver. You'll hear different sponsors throughout the game. If you get a chance, stop in and tell those folks thank you so much, both in the Delta area and in the Beaver area. Thank you for supporting these young people.
They make it all possible.
Yes, they do. So Delta will take this opening kickoff to start this quarterfinal ball game, as they'll be going from right to left on your radio dial and on your screen from right to left, and the kickoff fielded at the 20, and that's Will Finlinson off that left side ahead to about the 32-yard line, where the Rabbits will take over first down and 10.
Yep, first down and 10, and the Rabbits, the Beavers defer, and Delta gets a chance to start right off the bat.
Austin Topham, the sophomore, is at the controls for the Delta Rabbits here today. One of his leading rushers in the backfield is Jake Jackson, who's really turned it on this second half of the year. Jamin Bruff will see some time back there. Jaden Peterson will see some time back there. Oren Finlinson will see some time back there. They've got a host of different players that will kind of rotate in and out as well. So here we go. It'll be a double wide formation for the Rabbits with that inverted wishbone set. Jackson in motion, and they'll run that left side. I believe Topham keeps it, and he almost, that ball squirted out of his hands, and he somehow corrals it back in and gets ahead for a gain of a couple, but that was almost disastrous.
Wow, what a dangerous, the Beavers played that very well, had a man out there. The ball went high, caught it, tipped up in the air. Very fortunate the Rabbits held on to that one.
So he gets 3 yards on the carry out to just across the 35 to the 36-yard line, where it'll be second down and 7. Just underway here from Delta High School alongside Scott Langford. I'm Ken Nielsen. And again, the winner moves on. Winner packs things up, moves on to the next sport.
That's correct.
Here's Topham again on the option right side, and he goes nowhere as he gets maybe a yard, and then a flag comes in late. We'll have to wait and see.
That's a face mask area, and it is going to be a face mask. So what would have been a gain of maybe 1-2 is going to be nearly a first down. I'll take a look at the replay and see if we can see that one.
So a couple on the carry.
Yeah.
You saw it there, huh?
Yeah, but the player didn't yank on it, just kind of made contact, immediately moved his hand down, but he did initially hold on by the face mask, and it is a first.
So they'll move the chains ahead, and that's going to be a Delta City first down. Got to keep track of both sides here tonight.
Yes,
different place. We appreciate Delta City being one of our fine sponsors. So first down and 10 from the 43, just across the 43 on the Delta side. Here's the give to second back through, and I believe that's Jaden Peterson ahead for a gain of about 8.
Yeah, real nice hole opened up by the offensive line on that left side. Hunter Hafen on the tackle for the Beavers, helped out by E.J. Allred.
So Delta for the first time inside of Beaver territory at the 49-yard line. It'll be second down and 2, ball on the far hash mark, and Delta will come with that double tight. They stay with that inverted wishbone set behind Austin Topham. Here's the snap and the give to the first back through. Jake Jackson ahead for a gain of almost 5 and a first down.
Yeah, nice job by the offensive line. They owned the line of scrimmage, pushed back, and it was Langston with the tackle for the Beavers after a gain of about 3.
So they'll move the chains again. That'll be another Delta City first down as the ball sits at the 44-yard line of Beaver. As we approach 10 minutes to go here in this first quarter from Delta High School on a beautiful fall afternoon.
Couldn't be better. Perfect football weather.
So Delta now with a double wide formation. They'll send it back in motion. Back to pass is Topham. Look at this. Rolling right side. Nowhere to go. And right through the hands of the intended receiver. And they say it's intercepted, picked off back at the 36. It went through the hands of the receiver and right into the hands of the defensive back right there, Scott.
And we're going to take a look at the replay right here, but the Delta fans are saying he dropped it, and there was a bobble. Let's see what it looks like. It looks like he might have got it that second time. The elbows were up, and he intercepted that ball.
Yep,
so it will be a first down for the Beavers.
Hunter Hafen that picked that one off. And so the
Number
drive
11,
stalls
actually,
just like
for
that.
the Beavers. Fairhurst with the interception.
Okay.
Yep.
So we'll send it the other way. First down and 10 for Beaver from the 37-yard line. First down and 10 as everybody gets set to go the other way.
So it'll be the junior quarterback, Albrecht.
Yep, Albrecht stands in the shotgun. He'll take the snap and hand it to the slot receiver coming around the left or right side. Good running room out to the 45. That'll be a gain of 9 on the play.
Yeah, Caleb Barney just following his blockers around that right side. And a good play by the defensive back, fighting off the block to make the tackle. Actually, it was a linebacker that made the tackle.
A little bit of a kind of a wing T offense, spread offense, and you can do a lot of things out of that.
It's kind of a modified wing T.
Yep. So 2 wide to the right side, slot receiver to the far side, 1 lone setback next to Albrecht. He'll just keep it himself, and he goes ahead for a first down to the 50-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5 for Riker Albrecht.
Yeah, you'll have a steady diet of inside-outside from the Beavers. Do want to give a big thanks to the money man, Tyler Moss on the camera, Walt Kirksick running the show as you enjoy these replays. Compliments of those fine fellows.
Yeah, absolutely. Brad James behind us. He'll keep the stats for us.
Yep.
He made the way over from Mid-Utah Radio, so good to have him with us as well. On a first down from midfield, Albrecht looking right side, in a little bit of trouble, and he's going to be sacked back at the 46-yard line.
That was a broken play as Albrecht turned to hand off. No one there. And turned to expecting someone coming, and then he was in trouble right off the bat.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he was looking to give the ball there to Allred, but Allred is more in a blocking mode right there. So it'll be a loss of 4 back to the 46. It'll be second down and 14 for the Beavers. And they'll come with single wide here to the near side, tight end on the right side. Here's the give to the back coming around. A big hole as he steps up into Delta territory down at about the 47-yard line. Nice little gain right there.
Well, what a great tackle out here by the cornerback. And without number 10 making that tackle, Jace Allen, that one goes for a first down.
So it'll be a gain of about 7. Brings up third down and 7 for Beaver.
So that's where that busted play, what would have been 3rd and 3 now is 3rd down and 8. So
2 wide far side. They'll stay tight on the left side, and somebody jumped. Nope.
Yep, it was a false start. The running back missed that one.
So the referee throws a flag in the backfield, and this will cost him 5, which just makes it that much more difficult to go from 3rd and 7 to 3rd and 12 now.
Yeah, if he could have gone sideways and kept going sideways, he would have been okay, but he went forward, so 5 yards. And the Beavers have struggled with penalties all year long and hurting themselves in this drive already.
So the play will come in from the far sideline.
That should have been one of the keys of the game for both teams also, is just penalties that are drive stoppers.
Yep. So on the 3rd down and 12 from the 48 of Beaver, back to passes Albrecht over the seam and dropped a little bit high, but maybe catchable. He was looking for Preston Roberts. Wouldn't have been a first down, but he might have been able to turn and go with it because he is open.
He had plenty of room and turned his head just a little early, so it's probably a punt situation for Beaver High School.
So Jamin Bruff along with Will Finlinson will drift back to about their own 12-yard line. And for Beaver, that'll be McCoy Smith standing at about his 33 to kick this one away.
Smith, one of the best punters around.
So on a 4th down and 12. Beavers drive stalls, and they'll kick this one away. Here's the kick, high. Punt, let's see if they'll fair catch this one. No, ooh, boy, Delta dodges a bullet there. They let it bounce, and it bounces sideways and will roll dead out about the 19, but that could have easily come up and hit one of those receivers. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Rabbits. They'll start this time from their own 19-yard line.
So both teams defensively do what they want in that first possession.
Yep.
And so far the field position battle's going to Beaver so far.
A reminder at the end of the game, Scott, you'll be helping us with the Mike's Foodtown Player of the Game along with the Timberline Sub of the Game. And then you've got some other things, awards to give. Here on the first down play off that right side, Delta will pick up about 3 yards. Jaden Peterson once again on the carry.
Yeah, McCoy Smith again on the tackle. And I think the sweet spot for yardage with these teams on first down is probably 5 yards, and Delta just a little shy of that, 3.5, maybe 4. I think both of these teams, they have to have that consistent first down yardage.
Yeah.
If there were a rushing down that's most important, I believe it would be first down for both teams.
So it'll be second down and a short 7, we'll call it, for the Rabbits out near the 23-yard line. Double tight formation. Here's a little counter to Jake Jackson, and he is bottled up nicely by that interior line, and maybe a half a yard if that.
I think it was Brighton Langston coming up from the linebacker position. As he did, he shot the gap, and not much there for Jackson, and it'll be third down.
So third down, we'll call it 6 this time. The ball just near the 24-yard line of Delta. 6:12 to go here in the first quarter, no score. Both teams have had a possession already. This was Delta's second possession of the game. And Delta this time will switch up their formation a little bit here, Scott. They'll actually come with an I formation behind Austin Topham. Slot receiver will come across the formation. Here's the snap and the give.
Wow.
Nowhere. Nope. In fact, I believe he did hand it off. It was Trey Bruff trying to pick his way through, but he's thrown right at the original line of scrimmage. No gain.
Yeah, Langston knifes in it once again from that linebacker position. He just shot in there, and was there almost as fast as the.
Yep.
Oh, it actually wasn't even Langston. It was the first player there who got there. 6:26. Hard to see in the pile.
All red, if that's who that was.
Yeah, I think it was all red.
So on a fourth down and 6, Delta's going to have to kick this one away, and Beaver should get pretty good field position out of this one. Here's the punt. Fielded at the 46-yard line. Nice little juke move out across midfield, heading for the 45 and thrown down right at the 45 of Delta. Nice little return there by Spencer Williams.
Yeah, Spencer Williams, they call him the Spider-Man, and he didn't play last week due to injuries. He was injured here in Delta with a shoulder separation early in the season, but good to see the senior back on the field.
Absolutely. So great field position for Beaver on this possession as they start at the 45-yard line of Delta.
So we'll see what happens here as the Beavers would like. With this kind of field position, it'd be a shame to waste it for the Beavers.
Absolutely. And boy, look at this right off the bat. Ahead for a gain of about 10 yards on the carry coming off that left tackle. The hole was there for him as Caleb Barney just works his way ahead.
Yeah, for those of you watching the stream, the blocking was perfect. Barney, if he would have broke left, he had 2 more blockers down. So fortunate for the Rabbits, he ran into the middle of the secondary. Hard to see when you're running.
Too wide to the near side. They'll stay tight on the right, and they'll come off the right tackle. Boy,
nice
hit
tackle.
right at the line of scrimmage. Pretty nice tackle made right there. If we can get a number who came up. Jake Jackson might have come up in that middle linebacker position.
Yeah, it was Jackson, as he did a really nice job and put a big lick on Allred, who is known for running through tackles. So Jackson with a nice play from the middle linebacker position.
So no gain on the play. It'll be second down and 10 from Delta's 35-yard line. Again, no score here as we approach 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And here's the give once again coming off this left side, ahead for a gain of about 4.
Yeah,
I think that was Caleb Barney, but we'll see what the call's going to be. So we'll wait for our head referee.
Might be motion. The way they're looking, it's against I believe it's against the Beavers.
Yeah,
we'll
motion
see.
penalty signal. So he's asking Coach Russ Fouts, what do you want to do? It'll be third down and 5, or take the penalty back. It'll be second down and 15. I don't know. What would you do?
I would definitely take it. I think. Yeah, I mean, with both these teams, we talked about 3 or 4 yards per rush, 2 downs, your first down yardage. I like this because it forces the offense to change just a little bit. You can't get that first 5 yards and then grind it out after that. So changes the dynamic of the offense, might ruin the flow.
So they do accept the penalty. It'll move the ball back to the 40-yard line of Delta. It'll be second and 15 for Beaver. 3:58 and counting to go here in the first quarter. Again, no score. They'll come with the 2 wide receivers set here to the near side. One lone setback to the left of Riker Albrecht. He'll look to pass. Puts the ball up in the air. Juggled and caught Nicely done, and all the way ahead to the 21-yard line. What a great effort right there, once again, by Preston Roberts.
Yeah, Preston Roberts hit his hands, bounces high up in the air, able to make the catch. And then with the spin move, moved down near the red zone at the 22-yard line. Tackle by number 33, Jace Thomas.
That's an 18-yard pass completion, a catch and a run with it, actually. And had that ball bounced through his hands and just turned and found it out of the air and got ahead for a nice gain. First down and 10 here for Beaver. Over the middle, right down the seam, the catch. Touchdown. Beautiful throw from 23 yards out. Albrecht hits his receiver. Was that Spencer Williams?
Spencer Williams, the Spider-Man, snags one out of the air for the first score of the game. 22-yard TD pass from Albrecht.
So Beaver gets on the board first. They lead at 6-0.
Wide open, just kind of a blown coverage in the middle of the field as Williams all by himself right at the goal line.
And now the point after try.
Dylan Bartlett.
Yep. Snap's a good one. They'll get it down, and here's the kick. And it's good, so Bartlett knocks it through, and with 3:37 to go here in the first quarter, Beaver on top 7-0. We'll be back after this 1-minute break.
Service Drug in Delta is excited to announce they now offer flu and strep testing on the spot with no appointment needed. All you have to do is stop by Service Drug in Delta, and 15 minutes later, you'll have your test results. And if it comes back positive, you'll walk out with your filled prescription, and your personal doctor will be notified of the results. So take advantage of the convenience of getting flu and strep tested on site without an appointment for just $35 at Service Drug in Delta. And remember, it's service first at Service Drug.
Smithfield Hog Production Division offers excellent career opportunities right here in our area. For a career with growth potential, come join our team. Great jobs in all phases of animal production, starting at $12 an hour and certifications to $13 an hour in the first year. Smithfield provides a full benefit package including medical, dental, vision, 401k, life insurance, paid time off, and more. Click on smithfieldfoods.com/career.
So Beaver takes that one, 4 plays to go 45 yards, and they get into the Beaver Valley Chevron end zone on a nice 23-yard pass completion, and now Delta looking to answer on the return from the 25 out to the 35-yard line. The Rabbits will start first down and 10.
Yeah, short kick by the Beavers, and Delta has good starting field position right about the 35.
You know, I just said during the break, Scott, that you mentioned some of the keys to the game. One of those keys was turnovers, and Delta so far with the first turnover of the game, and Beaver capitalizes on it.
Yeah, and that's the name of the game. If you get a break, you have to make the other team pay for that. And now Delta in a small hole, and they need to establish momentum on this drive.
Double wide formation for the Rabbits on this set. First down and 10 from their own 35. Jackson will go in motion to the left side, and a busted play as I believe Topham, he was trying to hand it off. Whether he got the ball handed off or not, it goes for nothing as they'll pile up right at the line of scrimmage. We'll watch the replay here.
Yeah, the defensive line just overwhelmed on that right side. Too many players as they just, I don't think it was necessarily the offensive line didn't block, just too many players loading that left side.
So with their third possession of the game here, Delta needing to get the ball at least out of their own end of the field, see if they can flip this field on the Beavers. It'll be a double tight formation. Here's the snap, here's the pitch. Jaden Peterson outside. Couldn't quite make up his mind and ran right into one of the defenders who was being blocked, and actually will go down for a loss of a yard back at the 34.
Yeah, Preston Roberts does a great job of fighting off the block, keeping legs moving. And then as he assumed the block was going to be there, he was watching the linebacker coming up for the inside-outside. Really a great move. Roberts just made a great play off the block.
So it'll bring up third down and 11 after that loss of 1. Delta with 21 yards of rushing offense here in the game. Beaver with 27, but they've got that 23-yard pass completion as well for the touchdown. So
big down for the Rabbits here, 3rd and 11.
I formation this time behind Topham. He's got 2 wide to the left, 1 to the near side. They'll sort of flare it out in the backfield. Peterson looking to work his way up, and he will get 5, maybe 6 out of it, but not nearly enough for a first down as he gets to the 40-yard line.
The Beavers did a good job of staying back on that. The play was a great play call, but you can see how the disciplined linebacker play that time.
There wasn't a blocker out there.
Nope. It was kind of one of those that counted on the play action fake to work, and that time the Beavers read it.
So 4th down and 5 for the Rabbits, and Delta's going to be forced to kick this one away. Oren Finlinson at his own 29 to kick this. And again, Beaver looking for some good field position out of this. He'll run right side now, kicks it. to the near side, and the ball goes out of bounds right at about the 31-yard line, where Beaver will take over, first down and 10. So not bad field position for the Beavers with a minute and a half to go in this first quarter. 7-0, they lead it.
Yeah, they do, and you know, the Beavers, this is a big down for both teams. This is one of those swing possessions.
Yeah.
You know, if the Beavers can drive down the field and put it in the end zone, it's a huge momentum boost, and the Rabbits would like to regain their momentum and get the ball back.
41 yards passing so far for Beaver, and out of the backfield, nowhere to go. Maybe to the 30-yard line is all, and I believe that was Riker Albrecht on the carry. But
Yeah,
Delta did a nice job coming up on that right side of the defense, making the tackle.
Yeah, Finlayson and Thomas on the tackle as they just blew up the block and together tackled Albrecht in the backfield. That was a weak side run by Albrecht trying to catch the defense on the strong side.
Second down and 11 this time. Here is the pitch to the back out of the backfield. Plenty of running room, and he will have a first down and then a little bit as the kind of a shovel pass to Caleb Barney out of the backfield, but a flag on the far side lies at about the 36. So we'll have to wait and see if this is going to stand. If it does, it's a 13-yard gain. If not,
it looked like there might have been a hold on that outside edge. We'll see what the call is. If you watch the replay, let's see that one more time, Walt.
You'll see, those of you that are watching the local Channel 10 will be able to see this one as they come. There's the shovel pass around that right side.
No, they're going to say a personal foul, a blow to the head against the Rabbits. So that's 15 more yards.
So 13 on the carry.
So really it's almost 30 yards, 28 with the penalty.
39 yards rushing now for Beaver as we take a look at the State Farm Insurance stat check to go along with 41 passing. So they're putting some yards up here in this first quarter, and obviously it shows. They lead at 7-0. Here's a fumble back in the backfield, and Albrecht gets back on top of it at about the 46-yard line.
Yeah, that was a pass play all the way as Albrecht going back, and it actually hit. It looks like it might have hit the running back as the ball was snapped.
So almost 5 yards on the loss, sets up a second down and just under 15 from the 46-yard line of Beaver.
Hey, Albrecht smart to drop on that rather than trying to pick it up and make a play.
Live to play again, absolutely.
Right. Well, then you get in that frantic state, and that's when mistakes happen when the...
So here's Albrecht. He'll keep it himself off that right tackle. He gets the 5 back that they lost on the fumble, but time runs out. It'll be third down and 10. When we come back, 7-0. Beaver leads it. We'll be back after this 1-minute break.
Looking for an affordable education? Come check out Snow College. Snow has the lowest cost tuition and housing in Utah. In fact, you can live in student housing for less than staying in your parents' basement and attending a university. At Snow College, it's all about you, where you get an individualized education and one-on-one time with your professors in very small classes, even as freshmen taking general eds. Come check out Snow College and see why it's one of the best 2-year schools in the nation at snow.edu.
My name is Richard Anderson. I'm one of the general surgeons working at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi, Utah. My trajectory was not into surgery at first. I decided to become a research scientist, but I had no opportunity to work with people. Since moving to this area, I have made lasting friends, lifelong friends, and I have enjoyed providing the same sort of quality surgical care that they can obtain in Salt Lake or Provo, but with more prompt and certainly more personal service.
7-0. Beaver leads it, and they'll have a third down and 10 from the Delta 42-yard line. Again, out of the shotgun, Riker Albrecht works his way ahead for a gain of nearly 5. It'll bring up a fourth down and 5, and I would assume they'll probably go for it.
I'm assuming they will as well. You know, you punt, the most you can gain, you know, reasonably would be 10, 12 yards. Yeah. So it's definitely low-risk area for the four downs.
So the ball spotted just outside of the 36-yard line, near the 37. Got to take it to about the 32.
Now Albrecht goes off the field, back into the back behind the Beaver's going to call a timeout here. Albrecht goes back into the training table, and not sure what's going on over there. So guaranteed you're going to have a timeout. That'd be a Fish Lake Lumber timeout.
Absolutely. Tackle a Fix-It projects, or just stock up on IFA Animal Feed and Ace Hardware Supplies, all at Fish Lake Lumber in Beaver. And it is a timeout. We'll take it with them and be back after this 1-minute break.
We offer quick service on your loan request. We make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for an answer from some out-of-town loan committee. It's one of the advantages of banking with hometown people. You're independent, so are we. Utah Independent Bank, member FDIC. Hometown people, hometown spirit.
Hometown people, hometown spirit.
Scott and Lori Robinson and the employees of Beaver Drug & Gift are lifetime supporters of Beaver High School. Beaver Drug & Gift is a full-service hometown pharmacy that provides personalized information about your medications, as well as insurance information, and can even help you understand Medicare Part D benefits. Beaver Drug & Gift has a wide range of gift ideas and a full-service floral department for gifts.
So back live on this 4th down and 5. Beaver now is going to drop into, for a moment they drop into punt formation. Then they'll come back up into an offensive formation. Trying to draw Delta off on a lot of movement. And we'll see if they're going to snap it yet or not. As long snap count. As they'll continue to kind of move one back and forth. And there's, you called it, Scott. They'll take the penalty and go ahead, which doesn't hurt them at all. They're going to go ahead and punt it anyway. So it'll give them even a little more room to work to try and kick that down in the corner.
And I think if Albrecht doesn't have the bleeding issue, probably on a hand or an arm, but if he doesn't have the bleeding issue, I think the Beavers go for it, but instead try to draw Delta off.
Yeah, apparently Riker had a little blood somewhere, and the officials sent him off, and so that's why they tried to come with a little bit of a try and draw Delta offside. Delta was good discipline-wise there, and so now they'll kick this one away, we think. As dropping back, it'll be McCoy Smith. He'll kick it away from the 50. Beautiful high punt. Nobody back for the Rabbits, as the ball will bounce at the 10. And forward to about the 12, and the Rabbits will take over 1st down and 10 right there.
So the defense is really doing quite well, with the exception of the one pass play. And, Delta's defense does a nice job in stopping the Beavers on that drive. So, we talked about that drive being critical, a stop, because the Beavers start with good field position, and the stop huge for the Rabbits.
So after the punt, Rabbits will take over on their own 13-yard line. 11:01 to go here in the first half. Beaver leads this one 7-0 after a 23-yard pass completion for the touchdown. Delta double wide. They'll send Jackson in motion from right to left. They'll follow him out of the backfield. And going to be thrown for a loss is the ball carrier. Leaves Jaden Peterson all the way back at the 10. So the penetration was there.
Well, Brighton Langston just shoots that gap, and you can see he gets in there and stops the ball carrier, and then it's cleaned up by other Beavers. And he's been a ball hawk in this first half.
These teams know each other so well. This is the 4th time they've played each other in the last 2 seasons. So they understand what each team wants to do. Single wide to the left. They'll come back on a counter to the right. And again, nowhere to go. Hit at the line of scrimmage is the ball carrier. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and long.
Yeah, for the Beavers, number 70, Talon Langston, goes from his no guard position, makes that play in the backfield.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 13 from the 10-yard line. So even though Beaver was unsuccessful with the last drive, the punt flips the field and gets Delta deep in their own territory. They've got to have something here. They're going to be kicking from their own end zone. Here's the option right side, Topham with it, keeps it. Now he pitches it, and the back's going to get ahead for a gain of about 7 or 8, but not enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, well played by the Beavers on that right side. As you can see, they kind of loaded up, and he didn't have much of a chance. He pitched at exactly the right time, and that resulted in the yardage, but just not enough.
So he'll get, we'll call it 7 yards on the carry.
Spencer Williams back for the Beavers. He'll be standing right about the 45, 47.
Orrin Finlinson at his own 5 is going to have to really get a leg into this one. The snap's a good one. He'll kick it away. Line drive kick fielded right at the 49 of Beaver. And ahead to the 40, inside the 40, and down at about the 37-yard line. And a flag's thrown and late here. We'll wait and see what the call is.
The Delta fans are wanting to clip on this block. Let's take a look at it.
I don't know.
And so it was called by the
near
whatever
side
the penalty
official.
was, called by the near side official and ignored by the other one. We'll see what the call is.
The return is all the way up to about the 37.
So they are going to call it a block in the back.
And so the marker is at the 48, so this is a big penalty. So
Yeah,
instead of having
huge.
it down at around the 32, 33, this will move it all the way back to the Beaver 42-yard line, where they will take over first down and 10.
Yeah, and what a big turn of events for the Beavers. Struggling with penalties, and that nullifies just a huge field position advantage on that drive. Still good field position at the 42.
With 9:34 to go here in the first half, Beaver will have the ball, their side of the field. They lead it 7-0. And again, they'll come in that shotgun, kind of that modified wing T formation. Albrecht has it. Here's that shovel pass again out to the right side. And this is going to go for big yardage. And Jamin Bruff might have made a saving tackle all the way down at the 32-yard line. What a great effort there. Obviously that's Caleb Barney again. He seems to be pretty much the featured back in this one so far.
Yeah, Caleb Barney, as Delta's kind of lined up to stop that inside drive by E.J. Allred, so Barney has his way on the corner. A couple nice blocks on the edge by the pulling guard, and some big yardage for the Beavers.
Yeah, 26 yards exact. Back to pass Albrecht, right down the seam, ball's up for grabs, and should have been picked off right at the 14-yard line. Defensive back with his hands in the air like, I can't believe I didn't get that one.
Albrecht throws that one right into coverage. The player not open and a little underthrown. And so good coverage. You can see four Delta Rabbits on two Beaver receivers. They didn't bite on the fake.
So Beaver escapes a little bit of a scare there as Delta had the hands on the interception, but it goes right through the hands and incomplete. Second down and 10 now. Here's that same shovel pass to Barney coming around the left side, steps through two tackles and gets ahead for a nice gain of 6 yards.
Wow, Barney should have only had a couple yards on that play, but he dropped that shoulder, kept his balance with the left leg, and dove forward.
And now Beaver with 76 yards of rushing offense here. Again, that's your State Farm Insurance stat check. Sets up a 3rd down and 4 in what I would think would be 4-down territory if they don't get it on this one.
Yeah, barring penalties.
Yeah.
which is the key.
26-yard line of Delta. Again, too wide to the near side. Here is the give to Barney off that left side. Picks his way ahead for the first down to the 20, and it'll end right there, but give him 7 more yards on that carry.
Yeah, the blocking was phenomenal on the left side. If you watch the replay, you know, everyone sealed. Barney just basically walking through and into the secondary. Ball's at the red zone.
Right at the 20-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10. As Beaver will send 1 wide here to the now 2 wide to the near side. And this time up under center is Albrecht. And he'll turn, just give it to it's got a power back Allred right up the behind that right tackle, and he gets ahead for 5.
And that's basically when you start focus on the edge, that's what the wing T does. It gives you that option to come back to the middle. And ideally, it's that inside-out offense for the wing T that's critical.
And you notice, Scott, Beaver now starting to establish kind of a rhythm on their offense now as they are moving the ball right down the field. It's 2nd and 5 from the 15 of Delta. Here's the give to Barney off that left tackle. Again, steps through 2 tackles, has the first down and a little bit more. Be another gain of 8 for the running back.
Yeah, Barney is breaking tackles. You know, the arm tackle's not working. Barney not big, but his balance is exceptional as he's hit, spins, and plants and goes again forward. 3 tackles.
So a nice effort right there by Caleb Barney. He's the featured back in this one so far as he sets up a 1st down and goal for Beaver at about the 7-yard line of Delta. 7:14 to go in the first half, and it's a 7-0 lead for the Beavers. They'll come double wide to the near side, and now here is Riker as he comes off that right side, gets what he can out of it, but that's still pretty good as he picks up nearly 5 yards.
Yeah, just kind of picking his way, following his blockers, and counting on the blockers to distract. And that time he's going to get near the 3. And the Beavers in no hurry to get into the end zone. huge set of downs for the Rabbits. They want to stay closer, and a turnover would be ideal for the defense.
So 2nd down and goal from just inside the 4-yard line, too wide to the near side. And here's the give once again to Barney. This time not going to make it. Might even lost a half a yard as the defense was pretty stiff on that right side.
Yeah, he didn't run through that tackle. There were 3 Rabbits that hit Barney right at the line of scrimmage. They're on the far side of the field. It's 33-9. So those are
and so that's going to be Jace Thomas along with Dylan Broughton.
Yeah, and so hard to see the other one. But, 3 Rabbits, and he went back a yard.
3rd and goal, this time from just inside of the 5-yard line as we approach 6 minutes to go in the half. Again, 7-0. Beaver leads it. Here's the pitch to Barney coming around this right side, and the defense there, he dives ahead, gets to about the 1-yard line, sets up down a 4th and goal.
Wow. What a play early in this game. This is one of those game-changing plays. You've got 4th and goal at the 1. The Beavers have a great field goal kicker, but I'm guessing you won't see him. I'm guessing this is smash mouth football time, boys.
And that last carry puts Beaver over the century mark in rushing. They've got 101 yards now here on the afternoon. They've got 41 yards passing on 2 of 4 is Albrecht.
And typically this is where Albrecht will just follow the blockers on one side or the other.
4th and goal from the 1. Here's the give to Barney, and he's thrown for a loss back at the 4-yard line, and they go out on downs. And I believe it might have been Oren Finlinson. We'll wait and see for a number.
Trying to get that number 47.
47, that's Oren.
Yeah, Finlinson makes the play. And really, that was bottled up right from the start as Finlinson came in. And let's see that replay one more time. As Finlinson came off that right tackle, and he was in the backfield. And Barney, not much of a chance there as he just beat the block on the outside.
So a huge stop for the Rabbits there on a 4th and goal from the 1. And Delta keeping this a 1-score game. 7-0. 5:17 to go in the half, and Delta at their own 5-yard line as they have just struggled to get anything going here offensively. This is going to be Austin Topham for maybe a yard off the right side, and that's about it.
Yeah, Brighton Langston again on the tackle as they get a yard on the play, however.
Delta with 26 yards so far rushing. They're coming off a game of over 500 against ALA, but that's a whole different level of competition with ALA and Beaver. Obviously, Beaver.
Although the size, ALA has a size advantage on the Beavers, but the Beavers playing a disciplined defense.
So 2nd down and 9 from the 6-yard line. Here is the give, 2nd back through. Tries to hit the ball, bounces it outside.
Boy, he's got a big lane.
Jaden Peterson out to this left side and taken down at the 23-yard line. So a nice gain right there to give Delta some breathing room.
Yeah, really, what a great play. He runs into the side and then bounces it out as the Beaver players continue to tackle the dive back. And that was all Peterson as he made a wise move out to the outside.
16 yards on the carry for Jaden Peterson, and the ball out at the 23-yard line of Delta. Near side hash mark, and they'll stay double tight with that inverted wishbone set. In motion, they'll send Bruff to the right side. Flags fly, they'll kill the play, and that'll be a false start on the Rabbits.
Yeah, 5 yards definitely. Well, I mean, it appears to be on the Rabbits. We'll see if they mark it back. It is 5 yards because defense wouldn't stop it. But, you know, a killer, little momentum, and that 5 yards is a killer.
Penalties have been a little bit of an issue so far in this game, stopping a couple of drives.
Yeah, for both teams.
Yep. So 1st and 15 back at the 18-yard line for the Rabbits. They'll send wide receiver far side. They'll keep Jamin Bruff split out to the left side with the inverted wishbone. Here's the option. Here's the pitch. Ooh, nice catch there by Jaden Peterson. Steps up inside and gets ahead to about the 25. It'll be a gain of nearly 8.
Yeah, nice job by Peterson. He keeps his legs moving, tackled by Fairhurst, but he keeps his legs moving, and instead of just getting that 2 or 3, he ends up with 7, which is a good 2nd down and about 7.
Your Delta Auto stat check finds Delta now with 50 yards rushing. They have 6 yards passing, and it brings up a 2nd down, and we'll call it a long 7 for the Rabbits just across the 25. 3:15 to go here in the first half. Back to pass Topham. Flares it out left side to Peterson out of the backfield. Steps up inside and is taken down right at the 30. And now a late flag comes in on top of this. This is going to be a gain of about 4 yards, and then we'll wait and see what the penalty flag is all about.
It might be 15 more. As we'll have to see if that's a blow to the head. We'll see what the play is. Yep, I think it's going to be a blow to the side of the head on the tackle. So it'll be 15. I'm guessing it'll be 15 yards more.
And there it is, personal foul called. So the ball will move from the 29 out to the 44.
Well, I could hear it even through the noise canceling. On the collision, you hear that big crack, and even if you don't see it, you can definitely hear it, helmet to helmet.
So Delta with a little bit of momentum on the offensive side now. They've got to pick it up just a bit with under 2.5 to go here in the first half. They trail 7-0.
Not in a hurry.
Right.
I mean, they should be, but they're not.
They are, exactly. Here's the snap, back to pass. Topham looks out into that right flat over at the first down marker. The ball is almost intercepted.
Preston Roberts nearly intercepted that one. Topham didn't see him on that right side, and he dropped back.
Looking for B. Smith out there, Brenton Smith actually, and pass a little behind and knocked down. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 10, again from the 44-yard line. Clock stopped at 2:17. Here's the option left side. Topham pitches to Peterson. Whoa! Gets his feet taken out from underneath him. He gets ahead for a gain of 4, but he went down hard and getting up a little bit slow.
Yeah, that's not. Peterson's been great. We don't want to see him just up and walking, but he's definitely limping a little as he did a complete flip. Wow, complete flip in the air.
That was a great tackle.
Hollingshead.
Yep, Hollingshead coming up and taking the feet out from underneath him. So it's a 3rd down. We'll call it 6 from the 48-yard line as clock is rolling at 1:42 here in this half. They've got to pick the pace up just a little bit.
Well, Peterson, a lot of pain on this side, looking at the knee.
Here's the give, 2nd back through. Orrin Finlayson has the ball stripped away, and it's going to be recovered, I think, by Beaver right at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, and I think it's either a chop block, but we'll see what the call definitely is. The ball looked like it was out before he hit the ground, and it is going to be a turnover most likely. Well, pending the flag. I mean, because the flag, maybe it's a defensive call. Chances are, though, it's a chop block.
Yeah,
chop block or a hold.
This looks like this is going to stand as Delta is going to give the ball up for the 2nd time here in this first half.
So we'll wait for the referee to give us a clear. They're talking about it, the hold.
Yep. So the play will stand as Beaver will obviously decline that penalty, and Delta would have had the 1st down right at the marker. Instead, they will give it up. And now Beaver, with 1:29 to go on the clock, will have it 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line.
So I'm looking for Peterson, not on the table anymore, so we'll keep an eye out for him.
So again, Albrecht out of the shotgun, rolls right side, got a man open, and it's complete right at the 43, 44-yard line. It's a gain of 11. And I'm not sure on the number that one there.
Number 2, Kai Brown.
There you go.
Yep, Kai Brown with the tackle. So Peterson now not out on defense, still trying to find that young man. Oh, there he is, walking on the sideline, trying to walk that injury off. Hopefully we see him back.
Yep. So 1st down and 10 as they pick up. The Eagles landing 1st down. And
now the ball's out also, Ken. We'll see if they decide that's on the ground or on the fumble.
As he dropped back to pass, and he was hit, and they are going to say, well, I don't know, either way, whether it's a sack or a fumble. Beaver keeps it, but it's a loss of about 7.
Yeah, it's a sack.
Yep.
And I think it was 59, Brett Bundy, that just bull rushed Albrecht.
So back to pass is Albrecht, little screen over the middle, and ahead for maybe a gain of 4. Spencer Williams on the screen pass gets ahead, but the defense there to take him down.
Boy, Jace Thomas did a great job of fighting off blockers. Blockers there, no one really accounted for Thomas, and he just snuck in. You can see Williams has a pretty nice lane. He's got a man to beat, but a nice lane without that tackle.
And I believe Beaver wants to take another Fish Lake Lumber timeout. We'll take it with them and be back after this short 1-minute break.
We offer quick service on your loan request. We make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for an answer from some out-of-town loan committee. It's one of the advantages of banking with hometown people. You're independent, so are we. Utah Independent Bank, member FDIC, hometown people, hometown spirit.
Hometown people, hometown spirit.
So here we come back live on a third down and just under 13 to go for Beaver from the Delta 45-yard line. 46 seconds left here in the half.
I think it was the last time out in the half for the Beavers.
Whoop, and movement again is going to cost Beaver another 5. Just got in a little bit of a hurry out of the timeout, so it'll bring up a 3rd and 18 instead.
Yeah, that might change the play call a bit too. The Beavers might have wanted to take a shot at the end zone once before a punt. Now this 3rd down and about 15, 16, 17 makes a different play call. Do you run it, run the clock out? Does Delta call timeouts to see if they can make a punt problem? We'll see what happens.
46 seconds to go. Here's Riker Albrecht. Passes, he gets hit as he passes it. Picked off! Jace Allen, and he may be gone as he's inside the 30. It's a foot race to the end zone. The 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown! Jace Allen on an interception return of about 60 yards.
Well, that one all comes down to the inside pressure by the Delta Rabbits. Hit exactly his throw, and it was Thomas who made the play on the ball, and down the line he goes, and we're touchdown for each team in this one, and that was a huge momentum boost for the Delta Rabbits.
58 yards officially on the interception and return. And that's, I don't know how else to describe it than to say a huge turnover, because it's not only a turnover, but it's a pick 6, and it gets Delta obviously right back in the game.
34 seconds left. You know, I mean, you've got almost no time left on the clock, and a Delta going for 2.
So the Rabbits looking to try and claim the lead before the half. Back to pass is Topham, got a man open, complete. 2-point conversion's good as he hits Jamin Bruck in the left corner of the end zone, and the Rabbits for the first time today lead at 8-7.
Yeah, unlikely a turn of events as the Rabbits, looked like they were going right down to the end of this one, and instead the Beavers throw that pick 6. Thomas steps in front of the receiver, but it comes down to the pick 6 was really the credit of that interior lineman who hit Albrecht as he threw. He couldn't finish his follow through. Ball underthrown. It went to the defensive back.
So both scores in this game have come off of turnovers. Delta turned it over early in the game, and Beaver was able to capitalize and get a score off of it, and now Delta returns the favor on an intercepted pass and takes it back as well. So,
well, this is a huge momentum swing to the Delta Rabbits. The Beavers really have the ball coming back in the second half, and instead of having a 7-0 lead, now find themselves trailing.
So Delta gets into the Intermountain Delta Hospital end zone, providing quality care, advanced technology, and high-quality medicine. What they do well. The Intermountain Delta Hospital, healing for life. And Orrin Finlinson to kick this one away for the Rabbits. It's a line driver off to that right side, and they're going to let it go. It'll roll into the end zone, so Beaver will bring it out 1st and 10 from the 20. I'm not sure if they'll get too wild with the play calling right here.
Yeah, I'm guessing they'll probably sit on this one after the last play. Because you could argue the last one, just run it up the middle and be content with the lead. But, I mean, the Beavers convert a first down, then you say, what a great play call. So it's all about perspective.
Yeah, absolutely. And I maybe you saw the number on who made the hit on that, but boy, that was a big play.
I
That's
think
kind
it
of
was
what
59, but I couldn't tell for sure. We'd have to look and see.
So on the 1st down and 10, ahead for a gain of 3. That is all red off that left side. Give him 4 to the 24.
Yeah, so the Beavers will let the clock run out most likely. I don't think they'll run another play as the headsets come off the coaching staff. So that will be the last play of this first half. What a great game, just exactly what we hoped it would be.
So with that being said, down to 10, down to 9 as this clock will run out. Delta now with the 1-point advantage, 8-7 after the 58-yard interception returned by Jace Allen. We got a lot to talk about as the half comes to an end. Stick with us as we'll come back with our Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show. Once again, your score 8-7, Delta leads it. We'll be back after this 3-minute break.
You've seen Zions Bank's name at sporting events, performances, and fundraisers. We're just about everywhere. Your children and grandchildren see Zion's dedicated employees in their classroom, teaching them how to save. We do all this because we have skin in the game. We support South Central Utah because we live and work here too. So we're as committed to this community's future as you are. When it comes to choosing to bank at Zions, rest assured you're selecting a company dedicated to bringing value to South Central Utah's businesses, individuals, and families.
ZionsBank.com, member FDIC.
Campus life at Snow College is awesome. On our small, friendly residential campus, you can participate in fun student life events, join student clubs, and cheer on our nationally ranked athletic teams. And if you want adventure, you can find about every outdoor activity imaginable just minutes from campus. Come check out Snow College and see why it's one of the best two-year schools in the nation at snow.edu.
It's time to supercharge your internet with the fastest speeds in the area from Centracom. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by Centra Wi-Fi, our whole home mesh Wi-Fi system. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Call or click Centracom.com to supercharge your internet today.
I'm Dr. Chris Karish, orthopedic surgeon with the subspecialty in sports medicine. Central Valley Medical Center has state-of-the-art operating rooms and the latest orthopedic equipment to provide me with the tools to perform safe and minimally invasive procedures. I've had the opportunity to treat athletes from my own sons to the NFL. I provide a wide variety of treatments to get you back on your feet and enjoying your life. Come see us here at Central Valley Medical Center where we can treat you as a friend and not a medical record number.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools. National Vinyl Products of Nephi has been a part of Juab County since 2004. The management and staff take pride in supporting the students of Juab High School in the game and in the classroom. The company manufactures high-quality vinyl fencing for a host of uses around the state. If you're 18 years of age and would like to join the workforce at National Vinyl Products in Nephi, please send an email to jobs@nvpfence.com. That's jobs@nvpfence.com. The entire staff and crew at National Vinyl Products wish the Wasps the best of luck this season.
8-7. Delta leads it over Beaver as boy, they get one right before the break to turn this game back. Well, not that Beaver was totally in control, but for the most part, I mean, they had 94 yards rushing. They had 56 yards passing. Delta really didn't have a whole lot going offensively. They've been struggling. 54 yards on the ground, 10 yards passing, and then in an instant, everything's changed with a pick six.
Yeah, and you get, and it comes down to the pressure. In that later in the second quarter, something changed for the Delta Rabbits on that as Albrecht kept getting hit with the blitzing from the linebackers, and with Brett Bundy kept getting into the backfield, and that's really what created the experience. But I think the momentum really was to the Beavers. They were going to grind out that first half, and then go in with a 7-0 lead, and then have the ball to start the second. But instead, they find themselves in a hole.
So. Yeah, I agree. I see the pressure coming up front. You know, Zach Styler, one of the leaders as well, has caused havoc all year long in the backfield. The kid's just been a great leader. In fact, we mentioned his dad and older brother down in Cusco. They're down in Peru. Yeah. And they said, you know, you get a chance to say hello to Franz Guerra, who is hosting. Oh. He's hosting them clear down in Cusco, Peru. How about that?
Muchas gracias.
Yeah.
Esperamos que está disfrutando el juego.
Sí, es un placer para nosotros dos hacer este juego y queremos decir hola. How about that?
I like it. I think it's pretty good. We can have a trilingual. I could do it in Portuguese, you can do it in Spanish, and we'll say hi to everybody.
Absolutely. So So again, welcome inside of the Jones and DeMille Engineering Halftime Show. Champions are propelled by dedication, teamwork, commitment, vision, and a desire to do their best. Your local award-winning engineering firm. That's Jones and DeMille Engineering. They've been with us all year long, sponsoring the halftime show.
Yeah, do that ad in Spanish. That would be impressive.
Well, you bet. I'll have to work on it for a moment here.
Yeah, you would.
Oh, you know, and we want to take a quick look here at the State Farm Insurance Stat Check. Brad's done such a good job giving us some of the stats here. You know, we were talking about how Beaver really offensively had some things going that they just weren't able to punch the one in from the 1 yard line, or it could be a whole different ball game here. You know, but first downs.
Two momentum plays.
Yep.
The defensive stop inside the 5, then the pick 6.
You know, rushing, first downs, Beaver with 11 first downs to just 4 for the Rabbits so far here. 93 yards rushing to Delta's 62. Passing, 4 for 7 is Albrecht for the 57 yards, just has that one pick that was, you know, costly, obviously.
Yeah.
Delta 2 for 4 as well. Passing for 10 yards, they've got the one pick as well. Offensive plays so far, 29 plays for Beaver to Delta's 21. But again, 150 yards to 72.
Yeah, doubled them up.
Neither team has really got out and really taken off with big yards. But it's, you said it, you kind of expected this type of a game.
Well, I did expect this kind of a game, and I think the other kind of, you know, missing all of this, the Beavers have the 150 yards, but they've also put themselves in a spot with some key penalties that caused a few punts that were a little bit, you know, caused by those penalties, and so the momentum stops, and that's where it happens.
How about this? Our Vice Principal Athletic Director, Rob Fowles, bringing us a little bit of a refreshment here during the game, and we appreciate that.
One of the things you love about high school football is you just get taken care of.
Yes, you do. And I've always said this, Scott, the purest form of athletics is at the high school level.
Without
There's
a
just
doubt.
no doubt about it. So
yeah, no recruit in Southern Utah, no recruiting,
no money,
no money, no nothing. Just basically just kids
all the money.
battling it out.
All the money goes to the broadcasters.
Yeah. Goes from the broadcasters. It would be a little more accurate.
So. Anyway, 8-7, Delta leads it by 1. Again, we appreciate Brad helping us here with Mid-Utah Radio with some of our statistics here. Leaders in this ball game, Caleb Barney, we've talked about him a lot. 11 rushes for 67 yards. Riker's got the 9 rushes for 40. So
and Barney's made, you know, he's done really well that off-tackle stuff, just kind of hitting off-tackle, inside-outside football. And those 67 yards have been impressive for the junior.
Well, they have. And for Delta, Jaden Peterson, 33 yards to lead the Rabbits. Jake Jackson with 15. They haven't been able to get him loose yet today.
Well, Peterson with that leg injury didn't come in at the end of that half, so we'll keep an eye on him. He took that brutal hit by on the reception completion, and so he lost his. He came out nursing that. I believe what was his right leg?
I think
his left. It was his left leg. It was his left leg for sure.
Absolutely. You know, we take a quick look also at some of the other scores. There were a couple of surprises there you and I noted as we were looking during that last break. One of them, how about Millard down at San Juan? In the first quarter there, they lead 14-0.
Yeah, you know, and they had a great game last week against North Sevier, and continuing probably the big plays against San Juan Broncos. San Juan has a huge defensive front. And so for them to be up 14-0 means they're playing exceptionally well.
That's a good ball club over at Millard High School. They're a team that could really make some noise all the way through the playoffs. Also, South Summit. This is a final. Obviously, they got going a little bit earlier than everybody else. They win it over Enterprise 35-19.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a score from South Sevier Grand. I believe that was a 5 o'clock start, so they're a little bit slower. And then we look at some of the 3A scores. North Sanpete leads Union 21-7. North Sanpete has really come on this year.
And I'm rooting for the Hawks. I would love to see them take a deep march in the playoffs and bring a trophy home.
Juab giving the #1 team in the state in the 3A all they can handle. It's 13-8. That's early in the second quarter.
It's another team I'd like to root for. The
there you go.
Juab Wasps.
And Summit Academy, 1 touchdown better in the first quarter, 14-7 over Richfield. And we haven't seen a score yet from Juan Diego and Grantsville. So. Right there you go. There's your Beaver Medical Clinic score update. Some of the other games going on throughout the state. We'll try and keep you abreast of what's going on throughout. That being said, Scott, we need to take another break right here, allow some of our sponsors to identify themselves. Again, you're watching on local Channel 10, the network out there, and also Mid-Utah Radio. Good to have you with us wherever you might be. It's an 8-7 ball game. We'll be back after this 3-minute break.
No matter how you connect, Centricom delivers fast, reliable internet and powerful whole home mesh Wi-Fi throughout your home for intense gaming, easy sharing, and buffer-free streaming on every device all at once. With experts ready to help. Connect to faster internet. Connect with Centra Wi-Fi. Connect to now. Call or click Centracom.com to upgrade your internet today.
Sahara Motors has vehicle deals too good to pass up. Ask for Cody Winnie and he'll show you that all new cars are priced to sell at invoice or below. Did I mention the awesome used car selection as well? Oh yeah, I just did. Get your vehicle running the way it should with Sahara Motors' team of Ford and Chrysler certified vehicle technicians. Newsflash, service techs from all over the state call the Sahara crew for help. So cut out the middleman and bring it to the source. Sales or service, Sahara Motors in Delta leads the way.
I'm Reed Skinner. I'm an OBGYN, recently transferred here to Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. I'm excited to bring to Nephi the experience and the training that I've had in helping to take care of women through all stages of life, from low risk to high risk pregnancies or infertility, family planning, all the way to postmenopause and the management of that time frame. I also specialize in minimally invasive surgery. I'm excited to be here in Nephi and partnering with Central Valley Medical Center, providing the best possible care we can for women through all stages of life.
Service Drug in Delta is excited to announce they now offer flu and strep testing on the spot with no appointment needed. All you have to do is stop by Service Drug in Delta, and 15 minutes later you'll have your test results. And if it comes back positive, you'll walk out with your filled prescription and your personal doctor will be notified of the results. So take advantage of the convenience of getting flu and strep tested on site without an appointment for just $35 at Service Drug in Delta. And remember, it's service first at Service Drug.
Smithfield Hog Production Division offers excellent career opportunities right here in our area. For a career with growth potential, come join our team. Great jobs in all phases of animal production, starting at $12 an hour and certifications to $13 an hour in the first year. Smithfield provides a full benefit package including medical, dental, vision, 401k, life insurance, paid time off, and more. Click on smithfieldfoods.com/careers or call 435-387-6000. That's 435-387-6000. Smithfield. Good food responsibly.
Looking for an affordable education? Come check out Snow College. Snow has the lowest cost tuition and housing in Utah. In fact, you can live in student housing for less than staying in your parents' basement and attending a university. At Snow College, it's all about you, where you get an individualized education and one-on-one time with your professors in very small classes, even as freshmen taking general eds. Come check out Snow College and see why it's one of the best two-year schools in the nation at snow.edu.
And again, welcome inside of the Jones and DeMille Engineering Halftime Show. Supporting our youth in their efforts to develop new talents and passions, paving the way to success. Jones and DeMille Engineering. Again, the shadow's starting to creep out a little bit here on the field at Delta High School on a beautiful fall afternoon. A game that you and I both talked about earlier, Scott, as we bring you in back into the broadcast. One that I thought would be as intriguing and maybe one of the better games in the 3A, and that's kind of what it's turning into.
Yeah, the 2A for sure. This is a great game, and it comes down to turnovers right now. The Rabbits with 2, the Beavers with 1, but the one for the Beavers, you know, incredibly, actually for both teams, because the one from the Rabbits led to that first touchdown for the Beavers on the long pass. And then the Beavers give it right back with an interception, pick 6 for a touchdown. So, you know, we called it. We said that would be the key to the game. And it definitely has been so far as you watch first half highlights.
Yep, and we appreciate local Channel 10, our guys here doing such a great job. There's the pick you talked about right there through the receiver's hands and right into the waiting hands of Jarrett Fairhurst, who just did a nice job going down and getting it. And here's the tip ball that was caught, kept that drive alive. Those of you that are watching live here on TV, as you can see the replays here.
Yeah, that play didn't end up, that was the drive where Delta did the, oh no, this was the touchdown.
Yep, there's your touchdown pass right down the seam. Nice pitch and catch for the score. Delta with a great defensive stand there in that second quarter as Beaver took the ball all the way down to the 1-yard line and just could not punch it in on a 4th down and 1, or obviously the dynamics of this game could be vastly different, I should say.
Oh, certainly is. Beavers will have the ball to start this second half. And, you know, the pressure being down by a point. And, you know, and you talk about, you know, the decision to go for two. Here's the pick six as just steps right in front of the receiver and goes, looks like about 55 yards for the score. But the pressure of being down one, it you know, in these high school kids, it changes the dynamics completely.
And so if you are either of these coaches, Scott, you're in the locker room during halftime, what adjustments are you working on?
I actually think not a whole lot. I think both teams played, you know, I mean, they played even. I think it's basically decision making and everything else. I think that's the whole goal.
Well, we're just a couple minutes away from our South Creek Shell second half kickoff. That'll be coming here momentarily. So let's take one more chance to go back to our studios and let you know who our sponsors are. We appreciate each and every one of them helping us bring you Delta High and Beaver High School football. So we'll be back right after this, about a 2-minute break.
My name is Richard Anderson. I'm one of the general surgeons working at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi, Utah. My trajectory was not into surgery at first. I decided to become a research scientist, but I had no opportunity to work with people. Since moving to this area, I have made lasting friends, lifelong friends, and I have enjoyed providing the same sort of quality surgical care that they can obtain in Salt Lake or Provo, but with more prompt and certainly more personal service.
We offer quick service on your loan request. We make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for an answer from some out-of-town loan committee. It's one of the advantages of banking with hometown people. You're independent, so are we. Utah Independent Bank, member FDIC, hometown people, hometown spirit.
Beaver Sport and Pawn has Southern Utah's largest collection of firearms, including new, used, and hard-to-find weapons. Beaver Sport and Pawn also has ammo, fishing and camping gear, tools, books, boots, antiques, and much, much more. As always, Beaver Sport and Pawn offers free advice on any subject. Come visit Beaver Sport and Pawn at 91 North Main in Beaver or call 438-2100. That's 438-2100. Beaver Sport and Pawn is happy to support Beaver High School athletics on the Beaver Sports Network. Go Beavers!
Beaver Valley Chevron and Dairy Queen team up to keep you and your vehicle running smoothly. Beaver Valley Chevron is a 24-hour AAA towing service and a repair facility with top-quality Chevron gas. The service is first class. You'll get your gas pumped and windshield washed by one of their friendly employees. You'll also appreciate their clean and modern bathrooms and eager Beaver touchless car wash. Don't forget to stop by Dairy Queen anytime for a variety of meal deals and irresistible ice cream treats. Visit Beaver Valley Chevron and Dairy Queen at the I-15 South exit in Beaver.
So we'll close up the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show. Our thanks to Jones and DeMille as they applaud the team for hard work, dedication, and commitment. The race for excellence has no finish line. Here's the kickoff as Beaver will field this down at about the 6-yard line, and they'll bring it up to the 20, about the 22. That was one of those, I'm not sure if he'd let it go. It might have gone out of bounds. It was close.
Yeah, it was right on the sideline and could have gone out of bounds. Looks like it was going to go out of bounds, but the Beavers started at 22. Now, this possession is going to be important because, as we mentioned in the first half of the game, you know, whichever team can kind of, you know, stick it to the other team. And we're basically at even. Beavers down 1, but basically at even. Can the Beavers establish momentum, or will the defense of the Rabbits take over?
So on a 1st down and 10, a flag flies as they'll come off that left side. Barney with it for a gain of about 3. We'll wait and see what the flag was for. Now he picks it up, puts it back in his belt, so maybe decided there wasn't any kind of a penalty there.
Yeah, no, he threw it right off the bat and then put it away. So a gain of about almost 3 on it. And we'll see if Delta can stop that off tackle. The Beavers had the most success off tackle this afternoon.
So 2nd down and about 7 to go. The ball out near the 25-yard line. Here's the pass out in the flat near side, and it's complete. Nice job up this near sideline across the 40, 45, and out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. Spencer Williams.
Yeah, the Spider-Man, Spencer Williams, with that catch, and does a nice job. Some good blocking on the outside, and the Spider-Man goes forward for a 1st down.
Yeah, about 23 yards to be exact, and so gives them a great gain, almost near midfield, 48-yard line. First and 10.
If the Beavers are able to mix some pass in with the run, that would be a deadly combination.
Too wide to that far side. Here's the pitch to Barney around that left side, and he's going to be taken down right at the line of scrimmage. I believe Oren Finlinson in there tracking him down. Got a little help as well from that outside linebacker.
Yeah, Finlinson read that one perfectly as absolutely no gain on that. But you can see the two had it immediately. 47 ran out to the right side and tracked down Spencer Williams.
Yeah, Tate Willoughby as well.
Caleb Barney,
yep, helping him up. So it'll be second down and 10. Ball just inside of the 48-yard line. Beaver side of the field. They'll come with two wide near side. And again, Riker Albrecht will keep it himself. Steps up inside that right tackle and dives ahead. A gain of nearly 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, so third and long for the Beavers. And Jace Thomas on the tackle. He's back in. We watched him working out as was it Thomas who we watched working out? Yeah. As we started the third quarter, he looked good going through his reps. He was being evaluated for stability.
Oh, Jaden Peterson.
Oh, no, Peterson, yeah. I was blowing the two names. So
That's
Peterson looked good.
So on a third down and 6 for Beaver from the 48. Back to pass Albrecht. Out in the flat, got a receiver, and it's complete to the 40 and a first down. Once again, Spencer Williams on the catch.
Yeah, Spencer Williams, Spider-Man, does a nice job of getting the first down inside Delta territory.
So a nice job right there on the pitch and catch.
So short passes, the Beavers, just doing a little, and the pressure again on Albrecht. So Delta's defensive line getting in on the pass protection, but the quick passes, so far in the third quarter have been working.
Gets him about 11 yards on that one. First down and 10, and stepping through the tackle nicely and getting a nice gain there was Allred. They had him at the line of scrimmage, and he just stepped right through the shoulder tackle.
Yeah, a very strong young man. He did just kind of, not a great angle, though, for Bundy. That was a tough angle for him to get that tackle. So he didn't have a chance to go low, so he ran through the arm tackle, but out of position. Bundy was lucky to get a hand on him.
Second down and 6 from the 36-yard line of Delta. 9:08 to go in the third quarter. Delta leads by 1, 8-7. Here's Albrecht keeping it himself off that right end. Dives ahead to the 34, a gain of about 3.
Trying to see. I think Will Finlinson on the side got that shoestring tackle that stopped a bigger gain.
So third down and 3. Big play on both sides of the ball here, as Beaver would love to keep this drive going. And I think they're still in 4-down territory here inside the 35.
I think so, too. And I think, Delta's done a really good job on these downs with some penetration.
So under center this time. And here's the give and a first down and more to the 26-yard line. That's a gain of about 8 for Allred.
Yeah, good job blocking. That time the Beaver offensive line did a nice job of sealing, as one of the players got two blocks on that one.
So once again, picking up an Eagles Landing high country chevron. First down. The Beavers set up for another first and 10 from the 26. Here is the give. Allred running room off the right tackle ahead for a gain of 12 inside the 15.
Well, we talked about in the first half, it was a steady diet of Barney in that first half around the tackles. Adjustments made, and now the Beavers will go to their fullback, Allred, in the middle.
You're exactly right. Barney was outside, getting the edge, and now Allred is just following those people up front, who's doing a great job. It'll be first and 10 from the 14-yard line of Delta. Here's a give once again, Allred. This time the hole not there, and no gain on the play. Now a late flag will come in on top of the pile.
And we'll see who this one's on. These are those penalties. This will be after the play. And so no idea what the call will be. This will be unfortunate for whichever team this is on.
He's talking to, the official's talking to one of the Delta players like, you got to be careful, son. If he came in too late, I'm not sure.
And it does look to be against the Rabbits.
So you go from a second and 10. Yep, going to be a first down and goal.
If it's unsportsmanlike conduct, it'll be the first of 2 allowed. Personal foul, hit to the head. So that was just called late is all, because it was on the play. So I didn't see any extracurriculars at all.
I didn't either. I'm not sure.
So it moves the ball down to the 7.
So it'll be first down and goal. Again, 8-7. Here's the Yep, and a flag flies as Beaver got a little quick on the snap. It'll cost them 5.
Third time that exact same play, third time, and actually a lineman and a running back both go all 3 times, and the Beavers in the 7, now outside the 10 at the 12.
7:42 to go in the third quarter. It's an 8-7 game. Delta leads by 1, but Beaver with a 1st and goal, but as you mentioned, from the 12.
The chains are up, but it's the 1st and goal.
So here's the give, Allred off that left end, and he's hard to bring down as he spins through a tackle and dives close to the 6-yard line. That'll be a gain of nearly 7, almost 8 yards.
Well, how big was that for the Beavers? Allred stopped. You know, he's first hit at the 12-yard line, and then all of a sudden he comes flying out after breaking 3 tackles down to the 5.
Yep. So 2nd down and goal. Again, this will be from about the 6-yard line. Come with a wide, 2 wide to the right side.
This exact same spot. Last time the Beavers were here, Delta held.
Out of the shotgun. Albrecht keeps it himself. Steps inside that left tackle, in for the touchdown. Riker Albrecht gets a score from 6 yards out.
The Beavers retake the lead. Albrecht went in, got touched a couple times, but great blocking as Albrecht goes standing up into the end zone.
So that's a pretty nice drive that the Beavers put together right there. That's an 11-play drive to go 78 yards.
Yeah, the Beavers will go for 2. 5-minute drive for the Beavers. Impressive first real sustained drive that ends up in a touchdown.
And Delta not helping their cause with a personal foul penalty. Here's the pass for the 2-point conversion, knocked down at the goal line and incomplete. So with that being said, 7:01 to go here in the third quarter. 13-8, Beaver back on top. We'll be back after this 30-second break.
For experienced help when buying or selling real estate, Coldwell Banker Advantage of Beaver is a wise choice. Local real estate broker Gary Brown can assist you in residential, commercial, or recreational properties. Call Coldwell Banker Advantage Realty in Beaver, 438-7777.
Majestic Financial Services in Beaver is an accounting firm that offers payroll, income tax preparation, and bookkeeping services for individuals and businesses. For an accounting firm you can trust, call Majestic Financial Services in Beaver, 438-7777.
So we come back live after the touchdown. Beaver reclaims the lead, 13-8, with 7:01 to go here in the third. And here's a stat I'll call your attention to. Scott, 2 weeks ago when Delta played their last home game against ALA, they ran some close to 77 offensive plays. Here today, here we are not quite halfway through the third. They've run 24 offensive plays. So
yeah, not too many.
Beaver's done a nice job keeping Delta's offense off the field.
Yeah, I think, and if the Beavers want to win, they have to do that. It has to be the defense on the field for the Rabbits.
So, Oren Finlinson, Will Finlinson, both back deep for the Rabbits. Here's the kick. It's going to be fielded by Will Finlinson at about the 12-yard line. Comes up that left hash mark. Off they got the corner, out across the 30. 35 still on his feet. Banged around a couple times, a third time, and down close to the 40.
Boy, he just kept going, kept moving and spinning and turning, and he kept bouncing off of defenders as he just kept moving forward. Great starting field position for Delta.
It'll be the 40-yard line. Is where they'll mark it down with 6:51 to go here in the third quarter.
That's the best starting field position of the game for Delta.
So we'll see if they can capitalize on that field position. They trail again, 13-8.
So that score 17-14 at half. San Juan down 3 to the Eagles.
So they've closed the gap. They were down 14-0. That's going to turn into probably a pretty good ball game. Here is the give, second back through. Jaden Peterson ahead for a couple is all.
Yeah, Brighton Langston and McCoy Smith on the tackle.
And as you mentioned earlier, it's good to see Jaden back on the field as they were looking at his knee earlier.
Yeah, we don't want any injuries on any side of the ball. Just everybody needs to come off healthy.
Second down and 8 from the 42 of Delta. Double wide formation with the inverted wishbone behind. Top hill option right side. Here's the pitch to Peterson. Got to try and turn on the jets to get the corner and can't. He'll be thrown back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 2.
Yeah, Preston Roberts did a good job of fighting off a block. And as Peterson just didn't have the edge, but he didn't have the inside because he's got big McCoy Smith coming also. So he was committed to that outside, and a nice open field tackle by Roberts.
Great pursuit by Beaver right there. There just was nowhere to go. So it brings up a third down and 10. Again from the Delta 40. They've got to take it right near the midfield mark. Double wide formation for the Rabbits. And top them up under center. He'll send in motion. Bruff to the right side. Back to pass. Got a man open. Complete at the 50 and a first down right at the marker. I believe that was
Number
8. Rowley. We'll wait and see.
It was, yeah, it was Cale Rowley
with
it. So a perfectly placed ball on the slant, and the Beavers a little slow to respond. Rowley picks up the first down in Beaver territory.
Yeah, nice catch by Rowley as he looked it down into his hands and got the first down. And I know that's a good job knowing where the marker is, not breaking that route off too quick. So they move the chains for the Rabbits. That'll be a Delta City first down. And on that first down play, ahead close to the 45-yard line.
That was just a quick hitter, just straight down the
Trey
middle.
Bruff. So give Trey 5. Delta only at 59 yards rushing so far. Not real big numbers in the game, yet they're still just down 1 score. 5 minutes exactly to go here in the third quarter. Here's the snap, here's the give. Jake Jackson, left tackle, ahead for a couple, and there's a flag laying on the far side. We'll wait and see what the call is.
That might be motion. Hard to tell.
Referees are mic'd up so they can talk to one another out on the field.
Sideline warning.
Sideline.
So,
you want me to say it or not?
No.
Okay.
Just a good job, sideline warning. So, just a warning. What is it the second time? Is it still a sideline warning or is it a sideline punishment?
I think there's a punishment. Yeah.
Yeah, sideline punishment on.
Coach has to go to the locker room. I don't know. I've always said I hate that call, simply because you hope there's good communication between the officials and the coaches on the sideline.
Well, there might be too much communication at times, hence the sideline warning.
Could be. I better not be picking on them.
Yeah.
3rd down and 2 after the 3-yard carry. Here is Jaden Peterson, and he is hit in the backfield. Going to lose a couple. There was nowhere to go. And the penetration was just way too deep on that side.
Yeah, too many, too deep. Yep. And Peterson, he could have got down immediately. He fought through, and he got hit right at about the 44-yard line and lost another yard on the spot. So 4th and 5, big down for both teams.
And Coach Fowles is, he's been known as a gambling man in these situations on a 4th down and 5 from the 45 of Beaver. I think you'll see him go for it.
Does he have the confidence to throw a pass, or no? It looks like it's going to be is this a punt formation?
I have not seen.
Topham comes off.
So yep, now they're gonna send Oren Finlinson on. Here comes 47, so he will kick this one away.
This is a prime opportunity for
and you'll see Oren
Beaver
run the
doesn't
ball
drop anybody back, so.
Yeah, they're not buying it either. They'll go ahead and let him kick it away if they want to. Here's the snap. Oren looks at it. He'll run right side. Now he'll go ahead and kick it. And let's see if it'll stay in the field of play. And what a punt. As it falls dead at the 4-yard line, or I should say Delta gets down and downs it at the 5. So, boy, that's a great punt. That's a 40-yard punt with no return. And Beaver will take over 1st and 10 from their own 5.
Yeah, the deepest hole the Beavers have been in. So, I think that works out very well in favor of the Rabbits, leaves a very long field. If you ever have seen those stats that say starting field position and what percentage of the scores are touchdowns, this is a very low percentage.
So here we go, deep from their own end. The Beavers will start off, and here is Riker Albrecht keeping it himself, and that's how you get out of a hole in a hurry. As they break a tackle, and he's going to go across midfield to the 40, to the 30. Nobody's going to catch him, and this is going to be a 95-yard touchdown run for Riker Albrecht.
Riker Albrecht, he was hit at the immediate line of scrimmage. You'll see this on the replay. No flags on the play. Albrecht goes to the left side, hit immediately, and but then he just outruns the defenders.
Well, they got one more shot right here as the safety had a shot at him, and he runs through an arm tackle and takes it to the house, 95 yards. Wow.
95-yard run, and the Beavers retake the momentum as now they go up by 11. Wow, what a turn of events.
Absolutely. You say, boy, that was sure big when Delta gets the pick 6 in the return. Well, that's just as big right there.
Yeah, it is.
Here's the kick on the point after try, and it's good. So, with 3:03 to go here in the third quarter, Beaver all of a sudden out 20-8. We'll be back right after this quick break.
Sahara Motors has vehicle deals too good to pass up. Ask for Cody Winnie and he'll show you that all new cars are priced to sell at invoice or below. Did I mention the awesome used car selection as well? Oh yeah, I just did. Get your vehicle running the way it should with Sahara Motors' team of Ford and Chrysler certified vehicle technicians. Newsflash, service techs from all over the state call the Sahara crew for help. So cut out the middleman and bring it to the source. Sales or service, Sahara Motors in Delta leads the way.
So you got to love those kind of drives.
Oh, yeah.
If it happens for you. One play to go 95 yards and a score, and Beaver on top 20-8. Just when we thought that was a good decision. I still think it was a good decision to punt that ball away. You pin them deep.
Yeah.
And then just like that, you give up the score.
Well, one play, it took 17 seconds to get from one end of the field to the other, but it counts for 7 points.
And that might be your Coldwell Banker key play of the game right there for the Beavers.
Yeah, definitely in the running along with that interception as well.
So
maybe
Beaver,
the touchdown
they will
pass.
squib this one right down the middle, goes right through the hands of the returner, Finlinson. Orrin has to go back and pick it up, and now he comes out across the 10 to only about the 12-yard line as it went right between the two return men.
Yeah, they had that ball. If you watch that, they had the ball kind of where they wanted it. But when you get two players bunched together like that, sometimes it distracts, and the ball just took a little bit of a high bounce right about shoulder width height right between the two.
How about this one for a State Farm Insurance stat check? At the half, Beaver had 94 yards rushing offense. 2:56 to go in the third, Scott. They've got 2:36.
Wow.
So all of a sudden.
It's been third quarter for the Beavers for sure.
Here's the option, right side, Topham gets it to Jaden Peterson, turns it up, gets met, runs through a tackle, and dives ahead close to a first down. We'll wait and see where they mark it. Might be about a yard, a little over a yard short, but a great effort there by Jaden.
Well, give credit to Topham also as he drags that out as far as he possibly can, makes all the difference. For those of you online, you can see he just waits till the very last minute, and that caused Roberts to take that 1/2 step, giving Peterson the edge.
Yep. 9 on the carry. It'll bring up 2nd down and 1 from the 21-yard line. 2:23 and counting here in this third quarter. Here's the give. Jake Jackson has the first down as he muscles his way across the 25 out close to the 28.
So first down. Delta really desperate right now with 2 minutes left in the third to get back on, get some momentum back, get back on the board, close the gap just a bit.
20-8. Beaver leads it here with 2:12 to go in the third quarter. The winner moves on to the semifinals. The loser will put the pads away and move on to the other sports, the winter sports. There's a fumble on the snap. Oh, Jaden Peterson has it. I thought maybe we'll have to wait and see on the replay.
Yeah, take a look at that.
See what happened there. It was ugly, whatever, because Delta gets nothing out of it.
No, it was just a handoff.
Looked like it went
Or
down
did it
and
go
Jaden
backwards?
jumped in and got it. Nonetheless, it's a no gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
Just a minute 40 left in the third.
So the momentum at the end of the first half clearly swung way over into Delta's favor, and then all of a sudden this third quarter has belonged to the Beavers.
Grand 7 South, Severe 0. Start that game in the South.
2nd down and 10. Here's the option right side. Topham pitches it to Peterson on his hip.
Ooh.
Bounces free. Is
Ball's
it going to look like it was bouncing near that sideline?
I think Delta recovers.
Pitch
Very
was
close.
right on the hip of Jaden. It just took a high bounce off his hip. And then I think Jaden got back on top of it. So
Wow.
keep control. That could have been
Dangerous.
disastrous.
This ball was down on the turf. And you can see he gets hit. Before he gets it up, bounces down, and then it looks like number 12 picked it up.
I believe that was Trey Bruff that came
Trey
in and
Bruff.
saved the day.
But 3rd and long for the Rabbits. Not the down they want. But they've been successful on 3rd downs. Last time was a pass play.
Yep, 3rd and 9, we'll call it. Again, from about the 28, 29-yard line. Back to pass. Topham got a man from behind. Gets it up in the air and right through the hands of Jason Allen. That would have been a tough catch to make at the marker. But it goes incomplete. Delta will have to kick this one away.
Boy, Topham was being run down from behind. I'm sure he knew he was coming and maybe had to rush that play. Actually hit as he threw, so the ball a little high.
Yeah, out defending as well was Creighton Hollingshead on the wide receiver. That ball just a little bit high and goes incomplete. So now here comes Orrin Finlinson again to kick this one away. Back deep, Spencer Williams drifts back near his 40. And Finlinson stands at his own 18.
Tough place for a fake punt, but needed.
Snap's a good one. Oren rolls. It is a fake punt. Here's a pass out in the flat. Caught! And ahead for a first down. Jamin Bruff up the sideline across midfield, inside the 40, and down at the 34-yard line. Boy, did you call that one.
Yeah, I said I thought that it's time for a fake punt, and Alex Hollingshead had a chance at it, jumped up just right over his fingers, played it well, but Finlayson throws the pass, and it's a big first down for the Rabbits. Wow.
38 yards.
You know, the Beavers played that well. The pass was just thrown just a fingertip higher than the defender, and a first down. Rabbits in business.
Boy, couldn't have thrown it any better. And then the great catch on the other end, the concentration. Here's the give. First back up through the middle, ahead for a gain of about 6. That'll bring up second down and 4.
That'll do it for the third quarter, too, Ken.
So a quarter that was very good to the Beavers as they come from 1 point down to lead 20-8 as we go to the break. Stay with us. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this 1-minute break.
I'm Reed Skinner. I'm an OBGYN, recently transferred here to Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. I'm excited to bring to Nephi the experience and the training that I've had in helping to take care of women through all stages of life, from low risk to high risk pregnancies or infertility, family planning, all the way to postmenopause and the management of that time frame. I also specialize in minimally invasive surgery. I'm excited to be here in Nephi and partnering with Central Valley Medical Center, providing the best possible care we can for women through all stages of life.
Service Drug in Delta is excited to announce they now offer flu and strep testing on the spot with no appointment needed. All you have to do is stop by Service Drug in Delta, and 15 minutes later you'll have your test results. And if it comes back positive, you'll walk out with your filled prescription and your personal doctor will be notified of the results. So take advantage of the convenience of getting flu and strep tested on site without an appointment for just $35 at Service Drug in Delta. And remember, it's service first at Service Drug.
And we come back for the final quarter in this one alongside my good friend and broadcasting partner Scott Langford. I'm Ken Nielsen. Thrilled to have you with us here on a Friday afternoon in this quarterfinal matchup. On a second down and 4, Delta comes off just a quick hitter right tackle ahead for maybe a yard with Jake Jackson, brings up third down and short.
Boy, all three possibilities got hit on that play. The quarterback, the running back, and the guy who actually got the ball, but a good gain. Third and short. Definite 4-down territory for Delta.
So third down and a long 3 is what we'll call it. The official over talking to the Delta sideline, a little animated.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And Delta obviously in 4-down territory right here. Third down and a long 3. Here is a follow by Topham. He had it in the back's chest and then pulled it back and got ahead for a yard, maybe a yard and a half.
Yeah, not too much there as the Beaver defensive line just kind of jumbled things up. He had nowhere to go. Just the lineman and the defensive line ended up kind of grouped there with no chances.
So fourth down and just over a yard.
How big is this play?
Maybe the
this
game
could be it,
for the Rabbits, because you're down 2 scores, 20-8. You really need one right here, because Delta is a ball control offense, and so you'd like to get a score here to make this obviously that 1-score game. Here we go. Here's the option, the pitch. Oren Finlayson gets ahead, gets blasted.
What a great tackle.
At the
2
25.
players.
It looked like he might be able to get ahead for the first down, and then he is just taken down right at the 25.
Yeah, Creighton Hollingshead and Trayson Hunter just on a beeline as Finlayson tries to get out. The pitch is good, but 2 players. Hollingshead does a great job of getting the leg tackles. Hunter finishes up. Beaver takes over on downs.
You know, talking to Coach Russ Fowles before the game, he was saying, you know, this type of a game, it's all assignment football. Everybody has to take care of their man in whatever scheme we've called.
Yeah.
And so far, Beaver has done a little better job getting through some of those design plays, the blocks where they're supposed to be, and they've done it just like that right there as they take Delta out of a fourth down and short.
Yeah, defensively, the Beavers have really played solid football, especially against the run game. They played disciplined and haven't really let too many big gains break. Matter of fact, the one long run was in a pile and then out.
So no gain on that first down, and on a second down play, I believe Delta gets caught jumping into the neutral zone. That'll cost them 5, so it'll be 2nd and 5 for Beaver.
Well, you talked about the first down needing to get 5 or 6, and that gives
That's
Beavers
a pretty easy way to get it.
5 or 6, 2nd and 4 coming up.
9:56 to go in the ball game. It's a 20-8 score. Beaver leads it as they outscored Delta 13-0 in that third quarter.
Winner of this and goes to the semis and takes on the winner of Grand and South Sevier.
Yeah. Boy, South Sevier really came on late here in the season.
Yeah, they have.
Here's Albrecht out of the shotgun. Ahead for a first down, but a flag coming in from the backside official.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge penalty on the Beavers, as that's going to take them back quite a ways.
Oh, yeah, just kind of a tackle from behind.
Yep.
Yeah. And I really like watching Riker Albrecht run. He adds such another dimension to this offense.
Yeah, very good runner.
He sees the field so well. But that penalty is going to take the first down back and move the ball back to the 20-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 15 for Beaver.
Yeah, so what would have been a 3rd and short ends up being a lot farther.
9:20 and counting here in the ball game. Albrecht out of the shotgun, looks right side, throws right side, complete across the 25 to the 27-yard line. That's Spencer Williams.
Yeah, Williams, as he snags that one. Spider-Man, I don't know how many catches that is for Williams. He's had a great night. It was about this stage of the game early in the season where he separated his shoulder. It was right at the end of the game in the 4th quarter.
You noticed how efficient Albrecht has been. He had the 2 incomplete passes on his first 4 attempts, has the 1 interception, but other than that, he's been money.
Yeah, been throwing very well. Short passes.
2 yards away from a 100-yard game. They're down and 7. Back to pass Albrecht. Right side. Oh, receiver had it at the 38 and then took a shot. And the ball's knocked away.
Boy, Williams, you got to give him a lot of credit for just having his hands up to try to catch that. Oh, look in the replay as he just got stuck.
Wow.
Wow. What a great tackle. Who was that out there?
I think it was Smith out on that side that lowered the boom, because that would have been a first down and a completed pass of about 10, 12 yards, and Smith just cut him in half.
Yeah,
So.
Cade Smith. So Delta holds serve on the defensive side.
So the punt away, nice high punt. Delta chooses to let it bounce, and it works out for the Rabbits. From the 42, it bounces back to the 45.
And he tries to tip it back, and that'd be cool if you could. Gotta try what you can.
Absolutely, right? I'm all right with that.
Let's take a look at that replay, Walt. Appreciate Walt Kirksick and Tyler Moss. Great cam work and production work here as we watch the videos right in front of us.
Yeah, nice high punt. Falls at the 41 and bounces back to the 45.
Yeah, what a great spot by the officials. I didn't know how close they were. That was spot on, right at the 45.
They've done a pretty good job today.
Yeah, they have.
Not often do we give officials credit like we should, but they've called a nice game here today.
Well, 8:24, they have good field position.
And
best starting position of the day.
This is one that Delta needs to capitalize on.
Yeah.
They have got to get some points on the board here, trailing with this much time and 2 scores.
I agree.
Here's
Trouble
the
here.
option.
Here's
the
pass.
ball's up for grabs and incomplete, and a flag's going to come in on top of it. As Cale Rowley went up to try and catch that, and coming in defending was Trayson Hunter.
Yeah, good coverage, actually.
That was great coverage.
You know, the Beavers had it, and boy, just barely got that pass off before he was hit. And definitely Hunter, I'm not sure that's a terrible play, because if he has that and he can't maintain that catch, he's going to go all the way.
That's just a halfback option as they pitch it to Orrin Finlinson out of the backfield, and then he unloads it down to the 30.
Finlinson had no time whatsoever, hit as he threw.
And it's not, like you said, that bad a penalty. It doesn't go to the spot of the foul. It's 15 yards, so it'll come to the 40. Up Beaver. But it does give Delta a Delta City first down.
Well, the penalties mount up against the Beavers. And in playoff time, the penalties have to be less rather than more.
Back to pass again is Topham over the middle, tipped and almost intercepted. Wow. Right there trying to haul it in was Jarrett Fairhurst, who already has 1 pick in the game.
I think the Beavers tipped that, or that would have been, Fairhurst was on the line for this if you watch. Tipped right last second. Fairhurst had his hands up to receive.
I believe that was Trayson Hunter that tipped it first.
Yeah, good job by the sophomore safety as he tips that out.
We appreciate Dale Levitt Insurance. They sponsor our scoreboard. Discounts for lifestyle, safe driving, and no tickets or accidents. 20-8 is your score. 8:11 to go in the ball game. Beaver leads. From the 40 on a 2nd down and 10. Here's the option left side. He gets it away at the last second to Orrin Finlinson. Trying to get outside, and he cannot. He's cut down out on that left side by Creighton Hollingshead. It'll be a loss of a couple.
Yeah, great job playing the option. Some pretty disciplined play as the players take their assigned people, don't get sucked into the quarterback. And, well, they actually did get sucked into the quarterback, but a great play by the defensive back.
Delta with 82 yards now of rushing in the game, by far way under their average. Beaver's done a nice job holding that part down.
The Beavers on the season have not allowed much rushing on any team.
3rd down and 12, Scott. They got a long way to go. They're at their 42, I should say the 42 of Beaver. In motion, they'll send the tailback, Orrin Finlinson. Little cross buck action behind. And Topham going to go down the field and overshoots the receiver right at about the 12-yard line as he was looking, I believe, for Britton Smith.
I've got to tell you, even though that's incomplete, this is a perfectly thrown ball. The Beavers really stayed home on that. There were 6 Beaver defensive backs. And if you look at this, perfectly thrown, the only place he could have had that ball.
Yeah, nice tight spiral thrown there by Austin Topham.
Another 4th down, so this is another one of those huge opportunities. Down to 7-17, and they'll have to call timeout.
Yep, making sure you get a great deal, a great vehicle, and a great experience at a price you're happy with on every vehicle that rolls off the lot. Drew Bay Chevrolet, they sponsor this timeout for all of your needs. If you want a new car, a new Silverado, go check them out at Drew Bay Chevrolet. We'll be back after this 30-second break.
Smithfield Hog Production Division offers excellent career opportunities right here in our area. For a career with growth potential, come join our team. Great jobs in all phases of animal production, starting at $12 an hour and certifications to $13 an hour in the first year. Smithfield provides a full benefit package including medical, dental, vision, 401k, life insurance, paid time off, and more. Click on smithfieldfoods.com/careers or call 435-387-6000. That's 435-387-6000. Smithfield, good food responsibly.
And as we come back live with 7:17 to go in the ball game, Delta facing a 4th down and 12 from the 42 of Beaver. Want to thank Delta Auto. They sponsor our stat check. Delta Auto at 341 West Main Street is your one-stop Napa auto parts store.
What do you call on this, Ken? What do you think Coach Fowles has dialed up on 4th and 11, 12?
You know, they like the option, but they haven't been able to get outside with that one. I like that little over-the-middle pass, and they're going to drop back, and they'll throw it incomplete at the 20-yard line. They were looking outside for the intended receiver. I'm not sure who they were looking. I think they were looking for Jace Allen, but the ball was a little bit wide and knocked down, and so Delta goes out on downs right there. That's what you had to do. You had to go to the air right there on a 4th and 10.
Well, you do, and it's not what Delta wants. They don't want to have to go to the air. The Beavers dropping everybody back because, you know, a run, even if Delta gets 5 or 6 yards per carry at this point, the clock is the enemy of the Rabbits.
I was talking about the Delta auto stat check. Delta with 82 yards rushing, 59 passing. And here comes Beaver out of the 1st down all the way up to about midfield on the carry right there. That's Spencer Williams, and he's had a nice game.
Watch this on the replay. Spencer Williams is Spider-Man as he goes out on this left side. He sees the block coming. He knows he's ahead of the block, stops, waits, and that's what actually gained the 7 yards. Beautiful job running and a great example of how to use a blocker.
Yeah, he gets 9 yards. That puts him at 2:45 on the day.
Wow.
2nd down and just a big yard. And here's Albrecht. Pitches it once again to the outside here to Williams. He gets ahead for a 1st down, but a flag comes flying from the distance out in the secondary.
Yeah. You know, behind the play, and those are the flags that drive people crazy. Oh, it's going to be on Delta, I'm guessing. There's a face mask on the Delta Rabbits is what you see as the player grabs the helmet and pulls it down. So
it's a gain.
Oh,
illegal.
Wow. Okay, so it's against the Beavers.
So they'll negate the 1st down, and it'll bring it. I'm not sure where the flag was lying.
I have no idea either. And let's see the replay one more time, Walt.
Just like ESPN right here as you bring back the replays.
Not quite. That's right, the first of the game.
Nonetheless.
Here it is. Here it is.
I don't know, unless he threw it over here. I have no idea.
Yeah, we have no idea where this ended up. So,
but this is going to bring the ball back to the 44. They'll replay the down. It'll be 2nd down and 8 now for Beaver.
Wow, Milford and Layton Christian, 28-21. Milford, end of 3. Milford with the state's longest winning streak so far. It's on the line today in the first round of the playoffs in the 1A.
So here comes Beaver again on a 2nd down and 8 from their own 44-yard line. Whoop, ball's loose on the ground, and they're able to get back on it. It'll be a loss of 2, but Beaver, more importantly, will keep the ball.
Yeah, and the clock continues to run. This is, it's a 2-score game, but the 2-score would win, not tie. So the advantage, there's still plenty of time for the Rabbits with 6:41 left, and the Beavers need to convert in order to maintain that momentum and put this one to bed.
There's a big down on a 3rd down and almost 10 yards to go.
Definitely not 4-down territory currently.
Right. They'll send 2 wide to the right side, keep that slot receiver near side. Back to pass, Albrecht right down the seam and complete. Beautifully thrown ball, and a shoestring tackle saves a touchdown as I believe that was McCoy Smith all the way to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, Smith with a little bit of a cramp after that one, but all the way down to the 29. And what a beautiful pass, perfectly thrown. And Smith with steady hands from the tight end position, and he follows some great talent from Beaver High School.
That's a 29-yard pass completion.
Yeah, I'm not sure if his dad Chris is here in the audience or not, but Chris Smith, we want to wish you the very best as this boy makes a great catch.
Riker Albrecht out of the shotgun keeps it himself ahead for a gain of 4, close to the 25.
How big was that first down? 6 minutes left and counting. So the Beavers take this ball at 7-12, and they've got about a minute and a half already off the clock. But more importantly, they're nearing the red zone, 2nd and 5 at the 25.
Yeah, I want to get into that Beaver Valley Chevron end zone again. They've got enough points to win the game, and the clock now is certainly on their side with 5:40 to go. 2nd down and 6. Here is the pitch to the outside around that right end, trying to get ahead to the marker is Spencer Williams. He'll be a little bit short, but it's a gain of about 3.
And Williams, I think under normal circumstances, Williams tries to hit the edge on that and goes out of bounds. Instead, cuts back in. If you watch Williams, he wants to, but then he decides to cut back in and keeps that ball in bounds. So 3rd down and a long 3 for the Beavers, and this is probably 3-down territory, although the Beavers could kick from here. The longest field goal of the season so far, 42 yards.
And your State Farm Insurance stat check puts Beaver at 249 rushing right now, and they're going to go over 250 with Riker Albrecht bouncing it outside for a gain of, about 7?
6-7. And Albrecht just makes cut after cut. He makes one cut out, now in, and then out again. And Albrecht down to the 15-yard line. The Beavers chewing this one up.
Yeah, they're piling the yardage up here. They're about 380-some right now overall. And here we go off again off that right side. Bouncing it is Barney ahead for a gain of another 6.
Yeah, down inside the 10, about the 9-yard line. So they can get a first down within inside the 5.
So it'll be a 2nd and 4, and Beaver can be pretty much as patient as they want right here.
Yeah, with 4:18.
And
if your coach fouls, do you start taking timeouts early, or do you wait and see the result of this drive?
I think right here, maybe you wait after this play right here at least, and let's see what happens. They've definitely got to get the ball back. Back to pass, Albrecht. Out in the left flat, complete, and it's a touchdown.
Yeah,
for the score, Spencer Williams from 10 yards out. Beautifully thrown ball, by the way.
Yeah, Albrecht to the Spider-Man, Spencer Williams. That one might put this one in the refrigerator.
So we'll wait for the point after try.
And the crowd quiets just a little bit. It would require a big stroke of luck to get past this one at this point. Beavers have a 3-game winning streak against the Rabbits, trying to make it 4.
So Bartlett on for this point after try. Snap's a good one. Kick is up. And it's good. So a 3:57 to go in the ball game. Beaver pushing this one out. 27-8. We'll be back after this 30-second break.
Looking for an affordable education? Come check out Snow College. Snow has the lowest cost tuition and housing in Utah. In fact, you can live in student housing for less than staying in your parents' basement and attending a university. At Snow College, it's all about you, where you get an individualized education and one-on-one time with your professors in very small classes, even as freshmen taking general eds. Come check out Snow College and see why it's one of the best two-year schools in the nation at snow.edu.
So Beaver, they go 58 yards in 8 plays. That's just what they would like to have done. Take plenty of time off the clock, get a score in, and now you leave Delta with just under 4 minutes, and they're down 3 scores.
Yeah, and it puts Delta in that spot where they're going to have passes, and they're going to have some big hitters. Yeah. No time for the grind-out game or anything inside the middle of the field.
Here's a squib kick right down the middle, going to be picked up at the 27-yard line and returned ahead to about the 30. Tate Willoughby picked it up, got it out to the 30-yard line, and as you said, Delta's going to really have to go quick here, which is not their forte.
Right, and I don't think either team wanted to be in this situation. In the pregame interview with Coach John Marshall, he said, if it ever comes down to the fact that Delta has to pass, I like our chances. And so now they bring in some extra defensive backs and take out, smart move, they take out Albrecht, and he's done for the afternoon.
So Delta, they'll go to an I formation with a 3-wide set, back to pass. They'll swing it right side, right through the hands of Orrin Finlinson, and they let the play go on. I'm not sure if that was a lateral, to be honest with you.
No, I don't think it was a lateral. Let's check this replay. I don't think that was a lateral. I think that was clearly a forward pass, but the referee's right there.
Yeah, he's back and throws it ahead a yard.
It's close. Unfortunately, the Rabbits would have preferred that be incomplete, as it was a 4 to 5 yard loss.
Yep,
4 yards.
So it'll bring up a second down and 14.
I think when he started to throw the ball, the receiver was behind him. So but the ball, I think was a yard ahead of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and then the other unfortunate thing is the clock continues to roll.
But how smart Finlayson to jump on that.
Yep. So second down and 14. Here goes Jackson from right to left. Back to pass is Topham again over the middle, looking for, I believe, Jamin Bruff, and it falls incomplete at the 40.
Some good sportsmanship. The Delta Beaver games they're friendly affairs. I mean, it's tough competition, but I don't see anything that you see with some teams.
Never gets out of hand. I appreciate
these two
that.
teams are great, are really good friends even off the field. And some of these kids, the Bruff kids, have gone to school with half of the Beaver football team.
Well, and it's a credit to the coaching staff too, because they both manage their young men very well.
Yeah, but not a lot of rancor in these two teams.
No. So third down and 14. Delta's got to come up with something big right here. Double wide formation. They'll send Jake Jackson to that left side. They'll follow with Orrin Finlinson. Back to pass is to Topham over the middle, and it's almost picked off. Stepping in front of the intended receiver there for Beaver, I believe, was Nathan Brown to knock that one away.
Yeah, Nathan Brown had that right in his sights and went through his hands a little bit high and had to go up for it, but the Beavers had that well covered. And now with fourth down and long, 2:55 left, no choice but to go for this one. So
absolutely.
And right now it's 7-7 Grand and South Sevier in the first quarter of play. We'll try to keep up on that one as well, but the winner plays the one.
And that's your, we'll call that your DFA Cache Valley Chiefs scoreboard update from another part here in the state as you check that score out. Again, we appreciate all of our sponsors: Sahara Motors, Smithfield Foods, Utah Independent Bank, Intermountain Power Service Corporation, Centricom, Local Channel 10, Zions Bank, Service Drug, National Vinyl Products, Central Valley Medical Center, and Snow College, along with all the other ads you hear throughout the game and the ones that we try to keep track of. Everybody has their own little individual spot that we try to throw in there.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, after this game, Scott will have your Mike's Foodtown Player of the Game along with the Timberline Inn Sub of the Game.
Yeah, and there's one other one, the Dairy Queen Beaver Valley Chevron Player of the Game also for the Beavers.
There you go. I'll let you kind of keep an eye on what you want to go with on that one.
We'll do. But a big thanks to all of our sponsors who bring you these games on both the internet, the radio, and all those other places. And a big shout out to everyone. My mom's in the hospital. I think she's watching on local10.tv. From her hospital bed, and that's why we do it, Ken.
Yeah, we wish her the very, very best.
Yeah, she'll be headed up to the U and and try some medical services up there shortly.
Because you know what? There are things more important than a football game.
Well, my family's laughing right now, but that is true.
I'm sorry to say there are.
4th and 14.
Back to pass is Topham. Going to get pressure, got to get rid of it, and unloads it at the last second. Ball's up for grabs at midfield, and it's knocked away incomplete, and that will probably do it. Jake Jackson actually went up and played defender himself to knock that away from the defensive back.
Yeah, and Topham with a game effort, waited to the very last second, did exactly what he was supposed to do, just threw one up, hoping for a miracle. And now the Beavers have the ball.
So,
only 2:48 left.
2:48 to go here in the ball game. And then this one will be complete. Beaver, obviously, it looks like they're going to move on and play in that semifinal game again.
You can see all the JV team in for the Beavers. And so you've got your sophomore offensive line and the sophomore quarterback also, and a timeout. Drive a little, save a lot at Fish Lake Lumber. That's a Fish Lake Lumber on the other side.
Got it. So with that being said, let's take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be back right after this.
My name is Richard Anderson. I'm one of the general surgeons working at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi, Utah. My trajectory was not into surgery at first. I decided to become a research scientist, but I had no opportunity to work with people. Since moving to this area, I have made lasting friends, lifelong friends, and I have enjoyed providing the same sort of quality surgical care that they can obtain in Salt Lake or Provo, but with more prompt and certainly more personal service.
And they had. Welcome back, Scott Langford, Ken Nilsson, and Ken with 2:48 left, 27-8. Beaver with the possession. They've got it in their hands. It'd be a miracle at this point.
I was just telling you, this is a good football team from Beaver, and I'm going to make a prediction after this play.
All right.
26-yard line, and coming off that right side, the ball carrier, Nathan Brown, and might have got thrown for a loss there, but I'm going to predict that Beaver once again will be in the state championship game for the 4th year in a row.
Well, depending on who they play, and I don't know the sites either. They haven't announced the sites yet as far as where it's going to play. If it's Grand or South Severe, I imagine it would be, somewhere in the south.
2nd down and 12 for Beaver. As you mentioned, the new quarterback, Trayson Hunter, at the controls. 2:15 and counting, as they'll take as much time off the clock as they can. And they'll come off the left side. Ball carrier this time is going to be Hunter Carter. He'll get a couple yards back.
Ken, in the just talking about the semifinals real quick while we wait, waiting to decide where to play those games, I think it's a good idea. We've had times where we've had a semifinal game with Beaver and San Juan in Ogden.
Yeah.
So it gives a little bit of flexibility.
I like it. 3rd down and 10 from the 26-yard line of Delta. 1:40 left in the game. 27-8. Beaver leads it over Delta as they have really dominated this second half. Here's the pitch to the back coming around that right side, gets a nice block, steps up inside and dives ahead for a gain of a couple. Flag comes in on that far side. We'll wait and see what the call is going to be here.
Yeah, clock's up with 1:28 left. Most likely a motion. We'll see what the call is. Maybe Delta was a little overeager. Could be either one.
Both teams at this point are saying, let's just run the clock.
Yeah, it's kind of, the officials could just, not call that, let it go. If there's one thing the Beaver team has got to clean up before next week, it's the yellow hankies. There's too many penalties, and it's been a huge problem.
So they're talking to the coaches here on this near side, the Delta coaches. They're going to decline the penalty. So it was against Beaver, but they'll just take the couple-yard gain and set up a 4th down.
And I think the Rabbits, no reason to accept that with 1:28. The clock runs.
And with that particular run, Scott, Beaver now over 400 yards total offense. They have really picked it up here in the second half.
They really have. And these two teams are going to enjoy some battles as we see the 4th down play.
So 4th down and just under 7. As they'll pass for it and falls incomplete.
Oh, he is going to call it.
Flag's going to come in on top of it. They'll call a pass interference, which will give Beaver a 1st down.
And as we look at the replay, it probably was. They could have let it go, but
Yeah, he did get there early. Yeah. I'm with you. I'd probably let it go with 1:03 to go on the clock.
But Joey Angel, one of the senior wideout for the Beavers, he doesn't want to let it go. So he'll get one more thing. And so, as we talked about, both of these teams very young.
Yeah.
The Beavers very young. And these two teams in the next few years are going to really have I predict some great battles. Now, the Beavers have eliminated the Rabbits the last 2 seasons. And so they're going to be building up for next year for sure. So the Beavers play the winner of Grand South Sevier. I'm not sure we have another score there. It was 7-7 last check.
So it'll be 1st and 10, and showing a lot of class. Yeah. Coaching staff from Beaver, they take a knee right here.
Yeah.
And I like that, to be honest with you.
I would expect nothing less. The Beaver coaching staff, no reason to push anything. Who are we saying goodbye to on the Delta side of the ball, Ken? This is a great group of young men.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some really, really good ball players there. Of course, Zach Styler, he's one of the senior leaders up front, has played real well all year. Delta's not got a lot of seniors on this team this year, and so.
Is Jamin Bruff
Jamin Bruff will be gone this year.
He's a senior.
Yeah. There's another knee down as I think that'll do it, as they only have 20 seconds to go on the clock. And Beaver's got this one wrapped up.
They do. They move on to the semifinal matchup.
27-8. Beaver outscores Delta 20-0 here in this second half to win this. So our congratulations to the Beavers as they move on to the semifinals, and Delta, nothing to hang their heads about. I know they're disappointed, but still a great effort on their part as they make their way to the quarterfinals here, and they fall to a good team.
They do.
And so,
they do.
So with that being said, we're going to step away for a moment, gather our thoughts and some statistics, and then we will be right back with our Sunrise Engineering postgame show. Once again, your final 27-8, Beaver wins it. We'll be back after this.
Denny's Restaurant of Beaver is locally owned and operated and is located on the North I-15 interchange. Denny's has been America's favorite diner for more than 60 years, offering the best of traditional American cuisine. Denny's of Beaver has a banquet room and can host business or personal events. You can even make your order to go on your smartphone using the Denny's mobile app. Denny's is a proud sponsor of Beaver and Milford High Schools and wishes the student athletes the best of luck this season. At Denny's of Beaver, our guests always come first.
For gas, snacks, and dependable service on your car or truck, visit Eagles Landing Flying J and High Country Chevron in Beaver. Mark Yardley and the staff offer convenience items, groceries, fountain drinks, sandwiches, and other goodies. You'll also find a full line of gifts and souvenirs, as well as your favorite gas and oil products. Stop by both locations at the North I-15 interchange in Beaver, High Country Chevron, and Eagles Landing Flying J. Happy to support Beaver High School sports.
For more than 20 years, Dr. David Albrecht has provided quality optometry services to residents of Beaver County. At iTown, Dr. Albrecht and his staff are committed in providing complete vision care, including eye exams, fitting you with contact lenses, or helping you pick out that perfect pair of glasses. With locations in Beaver and Cedar, iTown accepts most health insurance plans. For more information, visit itownonline.com or call 435-438-2020.
Locally owned and operated, Lynn Anderson and the gang at Fish Lake Lumber Ace Hardware in Beaver can tackle any home project or help you complete the dreaded honey-do list with ease. With a full-service paint station, they can match any color or shade and make anyone look like a professional. Need feed or farming supplies? Fish Lake Lumber also stocks a wide variety of IFA quality products. Located slightly north of Beaver on Highway 357, you can drive a little, save a lot at Fish Lake Lumber. Proud sponsors of Beaver High School.
We offer quick service on your loan request. We make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for an answer from some out-of-town loan committee. It's one of the advantages of banking with hometown people. You're independent, so are we. Utah Independent Bank, member FDIC. Hometown people, hometown spirit.
You've seen Zions Bank's name at sporting events, performances, and fundraisers. We're just about everywhere. Your children and grandchildren see Zions dedicated employees in their classroom, teaching them how to save. We do all this because we have skin in the game. We support South Central Utah because we live and work here too. So we're as committed to this community's future as you are. When it comes to choosing to bank at Zions, rest assured you're selecting a company dedicated to bringing value to South Central Utah's businesses, individuals, and families.
ZionsBank.com, member FDIC.
Going to look for. And once again, welcome back as we wrap things up here with our Sunrise Engineering postgame show. Sunrise Engineering, serving communities like yours all over the western United States. Again, Sunrise Engineering. 28-7 is your final, as Beaver will move on to the semifinal ball game. They will play the winner of South Sevier and Grand. Did you have a score on that one, Scott?
I don't. Still 7-7-1 is the last I heard.
And on the
while you look.
the top side of the bracket, South Summit gets the win over Enterprise earlier today. They will get the winner of Millard and San Juan, which was turning into a pretty good battle the last time we saw a score there.
The last score we have is Grand 14, South Sevier 7.
And then the Millard was 17-13, you say?
Yep, 17-13, still in the third quarter of play.
So those will be a couple of interesting ones to kind of keep an eye on as this thing, as we wind towards.
Well, and the Beavers will play the winner of Grand and South Sevier, so it will be played in the South. So, you know, what they've done is they've left that to be determined. So if it were Beaver and Grand, I would assume it would be played, you know, maybe in Richfield.
Could be. Or if I don't know if it's like Southern Utah University's facility would be available.
Yeah, it could be.
Have to wait and see.
If it's South Sevier, I guess it would be Southern Utah University, or maybe even they would go to like a home playoff site like Millard or you know, somewhere between.
As we look at this one real quick, we want to take a quick look at our Delta Auto, and also want to get both of these in here. State Farm Insurance stat checks as we look through the final numbers in this one. You know, the score obviously reflect the same as the stats reflect the score.
Well, especially when you consider the 7 as a defensive touchdown.
Yep, exactly. You can look and say, okay, where are we at on things? Well, Beaver had 22 first downs in the game, Delta with just the 8. As far as rushing, 265 to 85. Beaver, you know, obviously outgaining Delta there. Passing, Beaver finishes with 133 yards passing on the game, Delta with the 59. So total offense, 398 for Beaver to 144 Delta. The one stat that you brought up that I'm sure, you know, coaches look for things to try and work on for the next game. They try to keep kids humble, obviously. They'll say, we got to clean up the penalties, 11 penalties for 101 yards. And that can hurt you in a big game.
And really, you know, had the defense not been playing so well, that could have been devastating. You figure if the 400 yards, you know, you lose 100 yards in penalty, net effect is a 300-yard game rather than a 400.
And, you know, another huge stat that I look at, third down conversions. Beaver 5 of 11. I mean, that's not bad. You're almost at 50%, but Delta only 1 for 10. And you just can't survive out on the field going 1 for 10 in your third down conversions.
Yeah, I have to agree.
We look at some of the individual numbers here that will convert into some of our players of the game in this one. Riker Albrecht, he finishes with 141 yards, had 2 touchdowns. He had that one long one of 95 that really kind of put them in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I think that is the key play of the game if you think about it, because, you know, Beaver's trapped after an awesome punt by Finlayson. Was it Finlayson who kicked that? And trapped them down at the 5-yard line, and then one play. The Beavers take it all the way.
Yeah, Barney finishes with 62 on the ground. E.J. Allred with 49. And then again, Riker Albrecht, 9 for 13 for 133, had the 2 touchdowns and the 1 pick. So, boy, Riker Albrecht, he brought his A game today.
Oh, he certainly did. You know, you look at the proficiency of the passing, you know, he had a net rushing of 141. They take away the sacks away, but he had 160 yards total if you just count how far he ran, not counting the sacks.
And on the Delta side of things, Jaden Peterson led the Rabbits. He finishes with a net 35 yards. A little uncharacteristic. He normally goes for a little bit more, but again, you got to give credit to the defense. Jake Jackson finishes with 30 as well on the game. So again, Delta was just the 85 total. Austin Topham was 3 of 12 passing today as well. So, you know, give credit where credit's deserved. And I thought the defense today for Beaver, boy, they just stepped up As I said, these two teams know each other very well.
Yes, they do.
But Beaver really played the run well today.
They certainly did, and I think, and all season long, that has been the strength of the Beaver defense. If with one exception, and that would be the game at Grand where they were defeated 21-0. Other than that, it's been defensive line play that has dominated.
So again, you're listening to the Sunrise Engineering postgame show. Sunrise Engineering, we're growing and we're hiring. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com to learn more. I may have to just check that out.
Yeah.
I have to see if I get another job.
That's right.
That's
Maybe
all
I'll
I need.
retire and be an engineer.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they'd want me.
I'm not going back to school, however, so that's it for me.
So real quick, let's go ahead and award some of our players of the game here today. You've got your Mike's Food Town player of the game. Have you got an idea there where you want to go?
Yeah, definitely. I think the Mike's Food Town player of the game, this will be the defensive player of the game, goes to Brighton Langston, the sophomore. Played a marvelous game as he was in the backfield of the Delta Rabbits, and the defensive linemen engaged, doing what they're supposed to do, leaves Langston to cause havoc on the running game. And how could you not give a player of the game to one of the defenders that stops Delta's run game?
Oh boy, not a kidding. And on the offensive side?
On the offense side of the ball, let me think about this. Well, you've got the Spider-Man, Spencer Williams, who had a great game. Had some big catches at key moments. Preston Roberts had some nice catches, all red from the fullback position. That second half particularly kind of softened things up. He ended up with an even 50 yards on the day. Caleb Barney, 62 in the first half. He was really the momentum grabber for the Beavers. But the player of the game is going to be number 9, the junior quarterback, Riker Albrecht. 160 yards on the ground, and then to add that, 133. That's 300 yards of all-purpose offense for Riker Albrecht.
And then have you got a Timberline in sub of the game?
Timberline in sub of the game. Probably will have to go to. There weren't a whole lot of subs, but probably Kai Brown, as he had a couple nice plays on the side. So
absolutely.
Kai Brown.
Well, we'll congratulate them. And as we look at the Delta side of the ball, Jace Allen had the one pick. He had the 58-yard touchdown return on the defensive side. So we'll congratulate him as being one of the Delta side players of the game. And then
that'd be the play of the game too.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Jaden Peterson. Offensively carried as much of the load as he could. He took a pretty good shot early in the game. He came up a little gimpy, but we'll congratulate him as well. But the biggest stat of the game is the score on the scoreboard, which favored the Beavers.
Yeah, 28-7. The Beavers move on to the semifinals for the 4th consecutive season.
Yep. They've got things rolling, and as I mentioned, I think they're my pick. No disrespect to anybody else in the bracket. Sure. But I can really see them moving on for their 4th consecutive time in that state championship game, and we'll wish them the very best of luck.
It'd be a lot of fun to have a Beaver versus someone else championship game.
Yeah,
that'd be a lot of fun. but the odds are South Summit moves into that bracket as well.
Yeah, and South Summit, they've got some talent. They've just been on a little bit of a roll, much like Beaver was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, no, South Summit's been really unstoppable. The state game last year wasn't close, and this season they really haven't had a close game. They lost the one game to Morgan, or Park City, rather.
Park City.
And other than that, they haven't really been tested in 2A competition. So that's a tall task for anybody to play the South Summit Wildcats.
So with that being said, we'll certainly congratulate and wish the Beavers the best of luck as they move on to that semifinal game. And for the Rabbits, we say congratulations.
Great young men,
it's
great team.
Hard to end the season and move on, but
best.
So, honestly, on behalf of all the great guys, you know who they are that have been running the show for us.
You've been listening to exciting
keeping us on the air and off the air at the right times and bringing the replays and everything. We appreciate all that. Brad James as well, our stat man. For Scott Langford, I'm Ken Nielsen saying thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you down the road.
You've been been listening to exciting high school football action on South Central Utah's sports leaders, Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us next time for more exciting high school football action on Centricom Channel 10 and Mid-Utah Radio.